Maharaj glanced on the beach side when he was translating. So he said there could be a temple here. And then we, over a period, yeah, just give me that. Many restrictions.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So we are very grateful to His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Once His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj glorified Narottam Das Thakur for 8 hours, and after that lecture, His Holiness Chandramauli Swami Maharaj said, we have got one competitor of Anantashesh. And that's His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And we know that so many devotees are being nourished by his divine words. When he does Hari Katha, Gaur Katha, Guru Katha, Vaishnav Katha, it is so very nourishing and very uplifting. And Maharaj is putting life into especially preaching in the West. And today he has come here to bless all of us on this holy occasion. So we pay our sincerest gratitude to His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Hari Hari Hari. And we also see that it is such a beautiful gesture by His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj that on his Vyas Puja day, instead of his own glorification, he invites all of his god brothers, senior Vaishnavas, and all of you that we together glorify Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so here is the map description of the temple which is going to open in Porbandar. Haribol! So our ISKCON temples are very, very special. So here is one more temple getting opened. It is not just a temple, it is a hospital, a school, an orphanage, an embassy for the spiritual world. Everything is there in our ISKCON temple. So one more temple is getting opened, and that's being offered to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada on today's holy occasion. Haribol. Okay, so those who are standing, they may kindly sit down. Shokalai Boshon. आप सब बैठ जाइए. Everyone please sit down. तुसी बैठ जाओ सोनियो. Only these 4 languages, but I know, okay. All right. Okay, so next we are going to have His Holiness Chandramauli Swami Maharaj. So today is going to be a festival of hearing the glories of Srila Prabhupada and of course of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj as well. And Chandramauli Maharaj has preached in various avenues in ISKCON, especially in prison ministry. So many inmates, they have received mercy of Maharaj. He would personally call them, send them books of Srila Prabhupada, and he is preaching so widely. And he is an initiating spiritual master, a glorious, glorious disciple of our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. So now the saga of nectar will continue after His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. We would like to invite His Holiness Chandramauli Swami Maharaj. So I would request Maharaj to kindly come on stage and please bless us with nectarian words which would emanate from his heart and then through his mouth would enter our ears as well. So please, everyone stay very attentive. In case you are feeling a little dull, do some pranayam. Stand up, drink some water. But yes, not even a single word we should miss out today. As so many great Paramahamsa Vaishnavas are going to glorify Srila Prabhupada and of course His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj as well. So here we have His Holiness Chandramauli Swami Maharaj. Haribol. Okay, devotees, as all of us know that all the glorious Vaishnavas here, they have ocean of glorification for Srila Prabhupada and His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. But with humble request, with folded hands, bowing down at the lotus feet, we would request them to kindly make a zip file of that ocean into 10 minutes. So although, to stop a Vaishnava to glorify another Vaishnava, especially Srila Prabhupada, is an offense, but in management we are doing this offense. So we seek forgiveness in advance. Vancha kalpatrubhascha kripa sindhubevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So each Vaishnava would be given 600 seconds, which means 10 minutes to glorify Srila Prabhupada and His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Yes, yes, whatever. Okay.
Om Gyan Timidandasya Ganajana Salakaya Chaksu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimakti Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya Desatarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhupaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaur Bhaktavrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Speak about Srila Prabhupada is to try to describe an eternal associate of Krishna in the spiritual world. Such a impossible service to really try to understand at least even a drop of Srila Prabhupada's qualities. They are unlimited, practically as unlimited as Krishna. When I was with Bhakti Charu Maharaj in Mayapur, this was many years ago, maybe almost 20 years ago. Maharaj had asked his devotees, actually not only his devotees, but especially Srila Prabhupada disciples, to come to his room. This was in the evening, to glorify Srila Prabhupada. And it was during a festival. So many Prabhupada disciples were attending. So the room got full. And I think there was more than 100 plus disciples that had come just to talk about and hear about and to speak the glories of Srila Prabhupada. And one such person was there, and I was listening, and it was Bhavananda Prabhu. And he was describing how he was with Srila Prabhupada. And he was massaging Prabhupada at the time. And usually, as it was described, of course we also know that Prabhupada was always enthusiastic to speak about Krishna, to speak about plans how to spread Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada was always inspired, enlivened, and to inspire us in the mission of spreading Krishna consciousness. But this particular event, as was described, Prabhupada was quiet, and he was receiving his massage from Bhavananda. Unusually quiet, as it was described. And after some time, seemed like a long time, Prabhupada started to speak. And it was like coming from another realm of existence. Prabhupada said, I was with Krishna in the spiritual world. And Krishna told me, come to the material world and preach. And I said to Krishna, material world? Horrible place. Horrible place. Then Krishna said to me, no, you go, you preach, you write some books, and I'll protect you. So when I heard that, then I understood a lot more about who this great personality was and how great he was. An intimate associate of Krishna in the spiritual world. When Srila Prabhupada was asked, I was asked a few times, who are you in the spiritual world? One time when he was asked, he said, that you do not require. In other words, none of your business. And it's usually understood that great souls don't reveal. Of course, there are rare occasions. Bhaktivinoda Thakur did reveal. But generally, they don't reveal their eternal relationship with Krishna in the spiritual world. They keep it confidential. And so at another time, this was asked again to Srila Prabhupada. Well, who are you in the spiritual world? What is your relationship with Krishna? Prabhupada said, if I told you, you'd faint. So he always kept us in suspense, of course. The point is to always see him as the spiritual master and not something other than that. And that keeps our relationship in the proper mood, in the proper attitude. But Prabhupada was very special. In the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, it mentions, and this was spoken by Lord Krishna to Ganga Devi, where Krishna says to Ganga Devi, within 5,000 years, my mantra upasaka, that means one who spreads the glories of the holy name, he will spread that mantra, the chanting of the holy name, everywhere throughout the world. So that's mentioned in Brahma Vaivarta Purana. So Prabhupada was actually predicted to come and do this work. That doesn't take away anything of the glory of Srila Prabhupada, because what he did to spread Krishna consciousness is practically impossible. Not impossible, but not practically impossible. Impossible. He said, when I came to America, I was looking for first class men. No first class. Second class, no second class. So Krishna sent me only third and fourth class. But in other words, he had to really bring us from a situation of practically knowing nothing about Vedic culture and about the principles of devotional service and the behavior. That was the main thing, to teach us the proper behavior of a Vaishnava. That was, of course, exemplified by Bhakti Charu Maharaj. I want to read something. This is quite amazing. This was sent to me just recently. This was from Govinda Dasi, my senior god sister, who had a very intimate associate with Srila Prabhupada in the early days. And she had found in her attic some old Indian newspapers. And in one of them, it had a particular article by an astrologer. And it says, as it says here, Govinda Dasi found some old Indian newspapers, 1970, in her attic, in boxes, and one had an article about Srila Prabhupada written by an astrologer. And this is what the article said. No one can read this chart. If they say they can, they are simply lying. This personality comes and goes as his own sweet will. He is not bound by anyone or anything. The stars are lined up perfectly. There is no question of karma. He is working directly under the will of God. And when he writes, his pen does not have in it ink. His pen has in it fire, which will burn the ignorance of the whole world. That was in 1970, and we can see the results by Srila Prabhupada's deep understanding of Krishna and of the principles of what makes human life actually human life, and that is to worship the Supreme Lord in devotional service. And Prabhupada was relentless. He was so clear that you are an eternal servant of Krishna. That is your only identity. And he was teaching us how to come to that principle of living that culture, that identity, in a very systematic way, through knowledge, through activities, through association. Prabhupada works so hard. I mean, Shruti Kirti Prabhu tells so many of his experiences with Prabhupada. It's amazing to hear what Srila Prabhupada had to do in order to spread Krishna consciousness. It wasn't easy. And especially when you think about it, how many of us at the age of 70 years old would start to begin an adventure worldwide to bring, transcendental knowledge to the whole world? And what did he have to work with? Not only did he have very little that he came with in terms of, he had a bag of cereal, he had some rupees, which are pretty much useless in America. But he was determined. And he said that. He said, I had to walk. This was after he had experienced his attempt to preach Krishna consciousness for many years. He said, I had to walk through fire. I didn't look left. I didn't look right. I just looked straight ahead. In other words, he kept his mind focused on his mission. And it wasn't easy, especially working with many of us who we didn't know. We were always, Prabhupada said, you Americans, you question everything. It wasn't like when whatever thing Prabhupada said, we immediately agreed with. We questioned Prabhupada. We asked him different things about, why is he, because of our own experiences. This is the American, we say, ego. You want to know everything, but before they know everything, they want to question, make sure they know everything. So Prabhupada had to deal with us in that way. It wasn't like, of course, we loved Prabhupada. We were attracted to Prabhupada. There was something wonderful that we could experience by his words, by his presence, that was so attractive. And therefore, whatever he said, in one sense, we agreed, but we didn't understand. And it took us a long time to both understand what he was trying to give us and at the same time apply it in practice in devotional life. But Prabhupada was very patient, very patient. And because of that, as we could say, the whole world has been benefited, no doubt. What Prabhupada gave was unique. Govinda Dasi, she told me, and she also expressed that in a particular painting. She had a dream one night, and the dream was a vivid dream, a really vivid dream as she describes it. And she saw the globe of the world, and on top of the globe, Prabhupada sitting on a Vyasasana in a very regal position. And all around him are all the races, cultures, and religions in the world looking up to Prabhupada as being the greatest of all personality. It's amazing. If you see that, it's actually a drawing. She turned her dream into a beautiful picture. It's amazing because actually this is Srila Prabhupada. He came to change. As he said, I came to bring culture, religion, and service to the Supreme Personality Godhead to a world that was gradually going away farther and farther towards real life. In other words, everything was becoming more and more, and it still is, materialistic. Prabhupada fought against that. And so what can we say about Srila Prabhupada? We are so fortunate. Come in contact. When we think about it, what is our great fortune? Just to come in contact with Prabhupada or Prabhupada's movement. Our whole life now has meaning, has value. Otherwise, many of us, I know at least myself, would waste our life trying to enjoy it in this material world, which is impossible to do. So that's the glory of Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada writes in one purport in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where he explains, he says, if the disciple thinks that they can pay back the gift of eternal life to the spiritual master, they are like a clown or a joker who is simply making jokes. In other words, what he was saying, it's foolish. It's not possible. No one can possibly appreciate or even understand what to speak about reciprocating the gift of eternal life that Srila Prabhupada has offered to us. And in such a way as Mahaprabhu has given us through the glories of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada is a representative of Sri Gaur Nitai, coming directly from that mood of chanting, dancing, and giving us transcendental knowledge and a life of happiness and satisfaction. We owe so much to Srila Prabhupada, of course. What can we do? There is a way to pay back Srila Prabhupada, at least something. He said, give it to others. This is the best way to reciprocate the gift that Srila Prabhupada has given us. Take it, benefit from it, and share it with others. And then Prabhupada said, he lives with those who actually live to fulfill his desire. So Srila Prabhupada came to give us the whole world, and if we can assist him in doing that, that is the greatest offering we can give back to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you.
His Holiness Chandramauli Swami Maharaj Ji ki Jai. So Maharaj so beautifully glorifies Srila Prabhupada and how Srila Prabhupada is an extraordinary personality. Extraordinary means he's coming from absolutely different platform. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Now we would request His Grace Mahaman Prabhuji. Haribol. Mahaman Prabhuji is serving as a spiritual master. He is zonal secretary for many of the zones. And he is making such a beautiful, gorgeous temple for Radha Govindji in Indore. In fact, devotees from outdoor will come to Indore to have darshan of Radha Govindji because such a beautiful temple is coming up. He is also a member of a bureau in India, which is governing body in India. So, although Prabhuji's health is not so good, but once there is Harinam Sankirtan, then he is dancing. And dancing means he's jumping. But otherwise, he's walking very slowly. But once there is Harinam, then he is in different form altogether. But yes, Mahaman Prabhuji, very, very saintly person, very fatherly, very loving, very warm. And today we have him amongst us, and we'll get to hear Srila Prabhupada's glories from his glorious mouth. His Grace Mahaman Prabhuji ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Om Agyan Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. First of all, I'd like to thank the organizers of this wonderful Srila Prabhupada Memorial Festival. This is continuing the legacy of Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj, who wanted to have this festival every year in honor of Srila Prabhupada. Coincidentally, it also happens to be the Vyas Puja Day of Srila Prabhupada, of Bhakti Charu Maharaj. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki Jai. And I'd like to thank and welcome all of you wonderful devotees, all the Prabhus, Sannyasi Maharajas, and all the Matajis to this wonderful program. All of Srila Prabhupada's statements are very meaningful for us. They are touching to our heart and very important for us to follow. Yet, one statement by Srila Prabhupada and they will utilize. I would request all the devotees to please somehow download this, if not the video, at least the audio part of it. In fact, this statement of Srila Prabhupada, that I will never die, I will always live in my books, is what in Hindi we call Sanjeevani, the life-giving tonic. Every devotee will feel like that to remember this wonderful statement of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada always used to refer to his Guru Maharaj as Simha Guru. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakurji indeed was that. And the progeny of a Simha, of a lion, is also like a lion. A Simha or a lion will not give birth to a cowardly sheep or any other animal. The progeny of a lion or lioness will be also that of a lion. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada was just like a lion, his own spiritual master. And His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj also imbibed many of these qualities of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada wanted us to be like a lion in our preaching outdoor activities, but we should have the heart of a Bengali mother. Prabhupada used to say that, and Prabhupada had that. Although he had the demeanor of a lion, very forceful preacher, yet never compromising, but his heart was like a butter. How bold he was. There are so many examples. One example comes to my mind when he went to London, I think it was 1972. So one person, very envious type of person, challenged Srila Prabhupada, thinking that Prabhupada is like one of these ordinary Swamis, not a big deal or something like that. So he challenged this British person, he was a reporter. He challenged Srila Prabhupada, Swamiji, why have you come to England? He was thinking that he's just like some money-making business or something. He didn't know the glories of Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada replied so boldly that quietened him. He said, I came to give you Britishers that thing which you left behind in India when you left India. So we all know that the British actually took practically everything of material value from India, including the Kohinoor and so many other things, all of that. So he was asking, what is that thing that we did not bring? So Prabhupada answered, you did not realize the actual wealth of India, which is Bhagavad Gita that you left behind. If you had brought that and the Vedic culture, it would have done tremendous good for the whole world. But that you did not bring. Prabhupada will be very pleased that so many devotees, I'm very pleased, so many devotees are here. It's like a Mayapur festival, mini Mayapur festival. One of my favorite anecdotes regarding Prabhupada is that in New Vrindavan, I think most of you have heard of that, in America. I think Radhanath Maharaj was there for a long time. Okay. So anyway, in New Vrindavan, the devotees wanted to offer a very beautiful bhavan, house, in appreciation of Srila Prabhupada's tremendous service. When everything was ready, they asked Prabhupada to please inspect it before we do the actual opening. So if you need any changes to be made, we will do that. So Prabhupada, along with the devotees, sent. Devotees were having a very strong desire that the bhavan, or the house, palace, should be illuminated not by this electricity, but by jewels, like in Dwapar Yuga. So they asked Prabhupada, this is our desire. Can we do that? Instead of electricity, can we use jewels? Prabhupada gave a very heart-touching reply. All of you, my disciples and followers, are the real jewels. My palace will be illuminated by all you jewel-like devotees. And not only my palace, but the entire world will be illuminated by you wonderful devotees. That was Prabhupada's. Prabhupada said, book distribution is his heart. In Mumbai, some life members were management, book distribution, fund collecting, everything. But you have to read my books also. I'm working day and night too, so that devotees read my books and then distribute my books. Then Prabhupada was quiet for some time. And he said, I read my books every day. And every time I read, I find something new. And then again, Prabhupada was quiet for a little while. Then he revealed the most secret of all secrets. He said, because these books are not been written by me, every morning Krishna comes and dictates, and I have given them simply a written form. So it's very important that we should read these books very, very thoroughly. Now, time is very limited. I'd like to say a few things about Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Such a wonderful devotee. Radhanath Maharaj explained his glories in great detail. Could have done longer also if he had time. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Radhanath Maharaj. I would like to add a few things in this connection. Bhakti Charu Maharaj, his activities, his achievements are innumerable. We could not probably list them. But I'd like to summarize 3 of the activities that impressed me most. The first was this wonderful, beautiful temple here in Ujjain, built in a record time of 10 months. Those who have any experience of building or construction, 10 months it takes just to design a project. But he had this wonderful project together with devotees within 10 months. It's inconceivable how he could do that. Second achievement is his Abhay Charan series. I think all of you are familiar with that. It was shown on Doordarshan television. All the life's effort, he wanted to project Prabhupada everywhere. And he succeeded in that. Throughout the world, even now it's available. Abhay Charan, the whole life history of Srila Prabhupada on the Leela Amrita. Actually, you may not know it, but I had a small role to play in that series. I was the Pandit who was doing the ceremony of initiation ceremony of Srila Prabhupada. But in any case, we are very grateful to His Holiness Bhakti Charu for having, through this series, introduced Srila Prabhupada throughout the whole world. Okay. Now, thank you. The last achievement, as I said, the list is endless, but from in my list is the concept of the Parampara deities. It is a very unique, indigenous project to have, genius project, to have Prabhupada's and Guru Paramparas, deities on the altar. Of course, to have presence of Radha Govinda or Gaurnitai Jagannath, Sitaram, any deities on the altar in itself is very, very purifying, very powerful force. To have in addition deities of the Guru Parampara is a very unique, brilliant idea of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, and we feel the altars are even more energized by having these Guru Parampara deities. So I'd like to end here because there are many speakers, and once again, thank all of you. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Jai. His Grace Mahaprabhu Prabhuji ki Jai. Okay, everybody, so we have got one quotes book of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj Shri Gurudev ki Jai. So for each and every day, you can take instruction from His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj Shri Guru Maharaj Ji. So like today is 17th of September, his words for today. I do not need the flowers that are offered without love, or the food that is prepared without devotion. I want your very self as an offering. And that is how you worship the representative of Srila Vyasadeva. That is the meaning of Vyasa Puja. Morning lecture in Ujjain, 17th of September 2008. So this course book is available outside. So the cost of this book is 5,000 rupees. But today 90% discount. So limited offer, stock is limited. Get a copy now. Okay. So now we have His Grace Srila Prabhuji. Prabhuji got in touch with Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON in 1973 in Portland. Prabhuji has done so many diverse kind of services. He has served as a new Bhakta leader, as a head cook, as a vice president, in prison ministry as well. He also served in Prabhupada village in North Carolina, and then he left everything over there, and then he came to Mayapur Dham. And now he's primarily preaching in India, especially in northern part of India. Very expert in Shastras. And of course, very, very compassionate Vaishnava, very, very exalted Vaishnava. So let's welcome His Grace Sarvadik Prabhuji. Hari Bol!
Vancha kalpatubhischa kripa sindhubhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namo. Srila Prabhupada once said that a good tree cannot produce bad fruit. So when I look out over in this extraordinary gathering of Prabhupada's disciples, grand disciples, and great grand disciples, I can only think, what kind of tree is His Holiness Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj? I had the good fortune to meet him. I would travel from North Carolina to Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, and sometimes our traveling would intersect. He would always remember me, and he'd always say with his cute Bengali accent, "Oh, Sharvadik Prabhu." And I would melt. He'd always remember my name. Listening to him preach was like listening to a person reading a book. He was one of the most articulate preachers I've ever experienced. Full of compassion, full of love, and a gentleman's gentleman. If you ever want to meet a Bengali gentleman, this is Bhakti Charu Maharaj. But more than that, there's many Bengali gentlemen. But more than that, he's eternal associate of Srila Prabhupada. Wherever Prabhupada goes, he has his entourage also. And Bhakti Charu Maharaj was one of the intimate associates of Srila Prabhupada. He said to me one time, Sarvajik Prabhu, you please come to Ujjain. We've built a temple there. I said, yes, Maharaj, I will come. So it's very bittersweet for me to come here to his temple, to be with his devotees, and not have his association. It's very painful, actually. But this pain that we experience in separation from a devotee is the best kind of pain because it prepares the heart for meeting. Because this life that we're experiencing is temporary. This, Srila Prabhupada said, this is the law of material nature and no one can check it. As we experienced the separation from Srila Prabhupada, cried, lamented, you're also experiencing the same feeling for your Guru. But that pain prepares our heart for meeting. That pain is a welcome pain because it makes us appreciate the contribution of our Guru Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj came to Denver, Colorado, right after Srila Prabhupada left this world, maybe December 1977. We were all on the altar addressing the deities, and Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj began to narrate the pastimes of Srila Prabhupada in such a way that there wasn't a dry eye on the whole altar. Everyone was simply shedding tears of separation from Srila Prabhupada, hearing Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj speak. So this feeling of separation is a very powerful thing because it prepares our heart. It makes our heart desirous of the association while he's present. And then, yes, I have a Guru Maharaj. He's in Los Angeles or he's in Fiji, he's in London. I have a Guru Maharaj. But when he leaves, then we feel closer to Guru Maharaj. This is called Vipralambha Bhav. Sambhog, being with Krishna or being with Guru, the associates of Lord, is not powerful as Vipralambha, feeling separation from our Guru, feeling separation from devotees. Indeed, it was Lord Chaitanya's question to Ramananda Roy, that what is the most intolerable pain? That there's no solution to this pain. What is intolerable pain? That is separation from a devotee. Separation from devotee. So I'm feeling very pained to be here in this beautiful temple, extraordinary temple. I wish that every ISKCON temple was as good as this beautiful Ujjain temple. Full with such loving devotees, expert management, dynamic preaching. I wish every ISKCON temple was as good as this. Now, sometimes we hear anyone who spends any time at all on the internet will have the misfortune of hearing people criticize ISKCON. They should come and see what real ISKCON is. This is real ISKCON, association of grand disciples, disciples and great grand disciples gathered together, shoulder to shoulder, singing the holy name in ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. This is the ISKCON that Srila Prabhupada gave to the world. So bittersweet, I'm feeling very, very encouraged to see an ocean of devotees. I'm feeling very encouraged. You see beautiful deity worship, extraordinary prasadam, sadhu sangha. What more we want in life? What more is there in life? But I'm also feeling very brokenhearted because I'm here in your temple without the association of your Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
His Grace Sarvajik Prabhuji ki jai. Now I would request His Grace Shuta Kirti Prabhuji. Prabhuji, as we all know that he is the Lord. The name Shuta Kirti Prabhuji. So there comes the name of the book. What's the difficulty? Yes. So, and we see that whenever Prabhuji describes about Srila Prabhupada, these memories are so fresh in his heart as if they happened yesterday. In such great details, he can recall it was the year 1971, it was the year 1993. It's like 50 years back. But those memories are so fresh. Why? Because of such deep love for Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhuji served as a president in Honolulu. And apart from that, he has served Srila Prabhupada so lovingly. We have seen so many photographs where he's massaging Srila Prabhupada. He's carrying his suitcase. He's serving him so personally, so lovingly. And that is, he's carrying those glories in his heart and he's sharing those glories with all of us. So in terms of sharing the glories of Srila Prabhupada, he's Kohinoor diamond. Actually, sparkling, effulgent, illustrious. Yes. It's Shuddha Kirti Prabhuji. So Shuddha means to hear and Kirti means glories. So in case you want to hear the glories of the most glorious Acharya, our founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, then of course none other than we have His Grace Shuddha Kirti Prabhuji. So we can free speak from Srimad Bhagavatam or Person Bhagavatam. Person Bhagavatam is Srila Prabhupada. And we get to hear about him in such a nectarian way, in such a sweet way, in such a detailed way, with so much devotion from His Grace Shuddha Kirti Prabhuji. So here we have His Grace Shuddha Kirti Prabhuji. Here we go.
Hare Krishna. Vanchakopaturubhascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam bhavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Guess I'll take a few minutes here with my God brothers. As Prabhu was just saying, it's so wonderful, the association of devotees, which Srila Prabhupada has given us. He's done it in so many different ways. I thought I would just tell this, just one short story about Srila Prabhupada. As I said, he often was flying around the world constantly. One of those flights went from Mexico City, Caracas, Venezuela, a place he had never been before, but temple was there in Caracas. So it was a morning flight around breakfast time. And as I mentioned, Prabhupada always took prasadam on the plane. We always had a bag of prasadam. So one Mataji had made him muri, puffed rice. That was it. She had a brown paper bag. Inside the bag was aluminum foil, and there was just puffed rice in it. So we took it onto the plane. And of course, sitting down, as soon as the fasten seatbelt light goes off, time for prasadam. Then you can put the tables down. So I put Srila Prabhupada's table down in mine, and I opened up the bag and the aluminum foil, put it in front of Srila Prabhupada. You know, I always say, just watching Prabhupada do anything, you can become Krishna conscious, you know. You see the picture of him putting on tilak, just seeing that, watching him put tilak on every day. You could just see the devotion in Srila Prabhupada. Same thing when he took prasadam. And he chewed very, very well. I always say Prabhupada's mother would be very proud of him. I know when I was a child, they say 100 times, right? You chew your food. Prabhupada would chew, but never touched his mouth. Even with the rice, he'd push it in. So after he was finished, he left half of it. This is Prabhupada. Huh? He understood. He has 2 disciples next to him. We don't have anything to eat. And he knows what we were like. So he ate half of it. Then he looked at me and said, okay. So then I moved it over to my place, and I ripped the aluminum foil in half so that Paramahamsa and I would each have half. Paramahamsa, he's at the aisle. I'm in the center seat. So now we're taking Prabhupada's Maha Prasadam, puffed rice. And this young stewardess is walking down the aisle. Now, this is very early in the flight, just 10 minutes into the flight. And she stops right in front of us. Of course, we're all dressed, dhoti, kurta, shaved head, tilak. She's never seen any of this. Most everyone in South America had never seen devotees. But she stopped and looking at us. And then she reached into my plate. Not Paramahamsa's at the end seat. She literally reached into my plate, grabbed a handful of puffed rice, and started eating it. Prabhupada's not looking. Paramahamsa, he's eating. He doesn't care. I'm in shock. No one ever puts their hand in your plate. No one does that. What to speak of on an airplane? And she looks at me. She, oh, this is very good. What is it? I said, well, it's rice. She says, well, why are you? I said, we're all vegetarian. And she said, oh, can I bring you anything else? So I look at Prabhupada. Hot milk. Got him dude. So I say, we'll all have hot milk. Again, whatever Prabhupada has, we have it very happily. So I say, we'll all have hot milk. And she says, would you want anything else? She said, I can go into first class. She said, and whatever you want. She said, I can get you cheese, bread, fruit. I look at Prabhupada. Prabhupada goes, I said, we'll all have cheese, bread, fruit. So she goes back up into the first class section, and I turn to Prabhupada. I said, Prabhupada, that was amazing. And I'm talking about her taking his remnants. And Prabhupada looked at me. He said, women have natural tendency to serve. So he's speaking about her getting the fruits and milk for us. He wasn't talking about what she had done, but I was saying it was amazing she took it. But he said it's women's natural tendency to serve. He said in Bhagavatam, easier for a woman to become Krishna conscious because they have a natural tendency to serve. Men, on the other hand, that natural tendency is not there. So she comes back with the cart very happily. She comes back and she gives us fruit, hot milk. And of course, again, we all watch Prabhupada, so he sanctifies everything by taking it first. It was the most amazing thing that my time with Prabhupada, I never saw anything like that. I mean, devotees would fight over Prabhupada's maha when I would go around after his lunch. They would fight over it. And she just grabbed it. So it's 20 years later. That was 1975. So now 1995. And I'm in Los Angeles. And I'm speaking to the devotees. We had Prabhupada Katha. So I gave a class. It was about 2 hours. And I'm ready to get up. And this devotee comes up to me. He said, can I tell you a story? I said, yes. He said, I've done Sankirtan book distribution all through South America, Mexico. He said, and we would go in jeeps because you would go to the villages. And much like here, and in the center of the village, the town squares, there would be usually a fresh water fountain like that. So they would go and do Harinam in the town center. And then they would get into their jeeps and they'd just drive. Sometimes you'd have to drive a few minutes from one place to the next, farms, ranches, like that. He said, so I went to this one place and knocked on the door. And this woman opens the door. He says, I'm in dhoti, kurta, shaved head. She opens the door, sees me. She says, Hare Krishna, come in. And he goes in the house and he sees a picture of Prabhupada. There's an altar there. And he's in shock. No one's ever been to any of these places. And he says, you're a devotee. She says, yes. She says, well, how did you meet the devotees? She said, well, I used to be a flight attendant. So she took a handful. This was the same woman. Out of billions of people in the world, this devotee goes to her house in the middle of nowhere and finds this devotee girl there. And she explains, I was a flight attendant. I saw these people dressed up. And she said, I don't know what happened. I took some puffed rice. She called it prasadam. She's a devotee. So this was the same person. So this is what Srila Prabhupada can do. This is what a pure devotee can do. She's been at Krishna Balaram Mandir. She came there a few years ago. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet her. I'm still waiting. I'm just dying to meet this lady who took Srila Prabhupada's Mahaprasadam. So I think I'll stop here and next speaker. But thank you all very much. It's been wonderful being here. As I said, also Bhakti True Maharaja would always tell me to come here when he was here. and he was split. Sometimes he would say, "You should come when I'm here." He said, so everything will go nicely. And then he'd say, "Well, maybe you should come when I'm not here." He said, "Because if I'm here," he said, "it might interfere and you're talking about Srila Prabhupada." Unfortunately, that was about 6 months before he left us. So, but I'm very happy to be here. And as long as you invite me, I'm eager to be here every year and get the association of all of you. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, His wish Kirti Prabhuji ki jai. In fact, I would request devotees who have come from different areas, they may kindly invite Kirti Prabhuji and we can listen from him. And he is ready to come to our places and bless us with Srila Prabhupada Katha. So we can invite him. Thank you so much, Kirti Prabhuji. Now I would request Her Grace Devi Shakti Mataji. Mataji, at the age of 18, she received Bhagavad Gita and then she came in touch with Srila Prabhupada and very soon she also got initiated. She is serving in Sri Vrindavan Dham for more than 50 years. There are different kind of Brajavasis, but highest class of Brajavasi is the one whose heart is Vrindavan. And Devi Shakti Mataji is Vaishnavi of that cadre, that her heart is Vrindavan. And anyone who comes to Vrindavan Dham, they are engaged rightly in the service by Her Grace Devi Shakti Mataji. She is very scholarly Vaishnavi. And in fact, I heard some of the classes on Nectar of Devotion, that to later sections. And she very expertly explains. She is very, very scholarly. So we are really blessed to have her association. Thank you, Mataji, for coming. And we would be really blessed to hear about Srila Prabhupada from Devi Shakti Mataji. Hare Krishna, Devi Shakti Mataji ki jai.
You like to say? You like to say? Okay. Yeah, that.
Want me to stand?
Because these will come
Okay.
to you because podium is
Sure.
yeah.
Viva!
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutle Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. Our whole life is glorifying Srila Prabhupada. I've just written one small poem to capture a little bit of Srila Prabhupada's glorious achievements. When the Supreme Lord chooses his friend to descend from the spiritual realm, he does so out of his causeless grace upon the forgetful human race. Srila Prabhupada's glorious birth upon this fortunate planet Earth answered the prayers of the Acharyas to spread Krishna Prem beyond barriers. Raised carefully by his dear father, protected and loved by his mother, he found his eternal Guru soon, who would award him life's greatest boon. Order of the Guru is supreme, molding his life to fulfill that dream. The banner of Chaitanya unfurled, Harinam throughout the entire world. Mission impossible for the weak-hearted, but Prabhupada never stopped once started. First with Back to Godhead magazine, humble attempt the world to redeem. League of Devotees in Jhansi, a start, and first disciple, Acharya Prabhakar. Then making strong connections in Bombay that would later help him on his way. Always aiming to preach in the West, America would be the very best. For beginning his plan in New York, he wrote several books to start his work. Alone and destitute in Vrindavan, preparing Srimad Bhagavatam, typing in Delhi to print his books, he struggled and did whatever it took. Free ticket upon a cargo ship, 2 heart attacks compound his hardship. Praying to Krishna to bring his word to people who before had never heard. How would they understand Bhagavad Gita, mleches, yavanas, all meat eaters? Make me dance, as you will. The world awaits Krishna's name to fill. Which way to turn, no friends or money, Krishna sent help in ways so funny. Young boys and girls flocked to his classes. Krishna's name would soon reach the masses. Pushing on the order of Guru, ISKCON the tool by which he could do the propagation of Krishna's holy name, Hare Krishna mantra gained world fame. Books were the basis, purity the force, preaching the essence and utility, of course. Armies of devotees stand and fight against Kali Yuga's fearful might. At least 14 times around the world, brainwashing, demons' weapons unhurled. That's what Radhanath Swami was describing this morning, how the deprogrammers tried to destroy ISKCON. And that court case created a triumph for ISKCON. And at that time, Prabhupada had that New York Times front page article put up in all of the fronts of the temples as proof that ISKCON was now victorious. Victory in court, Krishna exists, supported now by scholars and saints. Prabhupada's time to leave was nearing, devotees in distress unbearing. Organization and intelligence, cooperation with diligence. These were the secrets Prabhupada taught. Love for him has success wrought. From 108 temples and 80 books, 700 plus temples now in every nook. Books beyond count, devotees inspired, Prabhupada's teachings, goal desired. Krishna Bhakti is now world known, by Prabhupada's grace, ISKCON has grown. A house in which the world can live, Prabhupada built, to us did he give. A life sublime with Krishna's service, Prabhupada's mercy for all of us. We bow our heads at his lotus feet and pray one day again we meet our eternal Guru, Srila Prabhupada, Krishna's beloved, servitor God. So this is just one fraction of a drop of Srila Prabhupada's life, his mission, and his triumphant achievements. Now, today, especially in honor of Srila Prabhupada's wonderful achievements, I would like to invite everyone here in this room. We all know about the Temple of Vedic Planetarium that was Prabhupada's wish, and it was a worldwide endeavor for all of us to fulfill Prabhupada's desire to have the largest temple in the world at Mayapur. So one section of that TOVP is going to be completely dedicated to the legacy of Srila Prabhupada and how he was able to incorporate Krishna consciousness throughout the world. The first phase will be opened next year, February 18th. It will only be 1,000 square feet. As the TOVP opens more and more in phases, we will then increase to 6,000 feet. And then by the time the temple is fully open, we will have the largest museum dedicated to any one person in the whole world of 21,000 square feet. So next year on February 18th, we're opening the first 3 rooms. The first room is dedicated to Prabhupada's literary contributions. The next room is dedicated to Prabhupada's ISKCON achievements, all of the temples that he built. And then the third room is all of Srila Prabhupada's mementos, personal memories, the things that right now Brajavilas Prabhu is traveling all over the world, meeting Prabhupada's disciples who are still remaining with us, trying to get all of the mementos that they have of Srila Prabhupada, because we're calling the founder of our Prabhupada archives. His name is Paramarupa Das. He is coming, and we're going to get the most high-tech scientific technology so that Prabhupada's relics can be preserved for the next 10,000 years. So this is an invitation to everyone here. If you have a notice board, you can put it. I humbly request all of you to take part in this historic beginning of Prabhupada's Legacy Museum. One more invitation. In Srila Prabhupada's presence with us, Prabhupada was ordered by his spiritual master to preach in the Western countries in the English language. We all know that. And Prabhupada, he established the world headquarters in Los Angeles. We've heard about that the last few days. He was having devotees come there to get trained up as temple presidents, as pujaris, as seamstresses, as cooks. Everything was going on out of Los Angeles for the world. Prabhupada was standing in front of Rukmini Dwarkadish one morning at Darshan, and Dwarkadish told Prabhupada, he told two devotees this, Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Brahmananda Swami. Dwarkadish says to Prabhupada, now go back to India. And Prabhupada objected. He said, my godbrothers are preaching in India. My Guru Maharaj told me to preach here. We're having success here. And Dwarkadish told Prabhupada, if you go back to India, I will give you a temple 100 times better than this Los Angeles temple. So immediately, Prabhupada dropped everything. He announced to the devotees that he's leaving for India. This was in July, August of 1970. He left instantly and came back and started the World Sankirtan Party here in India. He went to Indore. He went everywhere the first year with his 40, 50 devotees. He didn't take them to Vrindavan the first year. They were traveling and preaching constantly. Finally, in 1971, Prabhupada brought the devotees to Vrindavan, and at that time he was able to get 1 acre of land donated by the Saraf family. They also donated our temple land in Guwahati, Assam, if you've ever been there. So that was 1971. They gave him 1 year to build the temple. It was impossible. They gave him 1 more year. Still impossible. 1974. Yes, Prabhupada, everything will be ready. And it was fiasco. It wasn't ready. It took till 1975, Ram Navami, the temple was finally opened. Now, 50 years is coming up, 2025, and we're having the Golden Jubilee. I humbly request everyone in this room, please come. Honor Srila Prabhupada's lifetime endeavor to establish a temple in Vrindavan so that all of his devotees from around the world would be welcome when they come to the Holy Dham. So here's the invitation for all of you. We're not just having it for 1 day, because just as in 1975, Prabhupada had the largest Mayapur festival, 1975, about 500 devotees came from all over the world. And that's Gaur Purnima. Ram Navami is about 20 days away. So Prabhupada had the devotees come to Hyderabad. Maybe Mahaman was there then? Were you in Hyderabad then? Oh, you were in London still. So we had a big Pando program in Hyderabad. And then all the devotees converged upon Vrindavan for the grand opening. And it was such a glorious event. It was the greatest success in Prabhupada's lifetime to finally get that temple open. And Sri Krishna Dwarkadish, not only did Prabhupada receive 1 glorious temple, but Dwarkadish gave Prabhupada 3 wonderful temples in Vrindavan in his lifetime. Actually 4. Prabhupada got the land in Mayapur. 2 weeks later, he came to Vrindavan and put the groundbreaking in Vrindavan. 1 week later, he went to Juhu and got the land incorporated there. And then in Hyderabad as well. So these were the main temples that Prabhupada constructed when he was present with us. And now we're inviting you, please, beginning from the 20th of March to the 31st, for the first time ever, we're going to have a parikrama every day for 12 days. We will go to each one of the 12 forests of Vrindavan with the expert devotees describing the beautiful Krishna Leela in those 12 forests. Then we'll have Adivas, Julan Yatra, Mahaharinam Sankirtan and Pushpa Abhishek, Boat Festival, Shobha Yatra, and then on Ram Navami itself will be the Maha Abhishek and Mass Mahaprasadam distribution. So we humbly request you, as a further tribute to Srila Prabhupada's glories, please all of you join us in Vrindavan for the Golden Jubilee from March 20th up until April 6th, Ram Navami. Hare Krishna. So who's the temple president here? Yeah. Do you have a temple president here?
Yeah, 3.
Three, okay. So I'm giving these to the temple president here. If you have a notice board, you can put them on.
Yes, sure.
And then everyone can come to the programs in Mayapur and in Vrindavan. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thanks.
Devi Shakti Mata Ji ki Jai. Devotees, we know that there is a very famous book on Srila Prabhupada's glories by His Grace Shruta Kirti Prabhuji. What's the difficulty? In Hindi, कठिनाई क्या है? तो खरीदने में भी कठिनाई क्या है? So what's the difficulty in purchasing the book? What's the difficulty? So books are available. They went out of stock, many devotees, but again they are back in stock. Again limits. Get a copy for yourself now. Signed by Prabhuji also. Yes, you get a copy and then Prabhuji would give the autograph, blessings. So please take your copy. What's the difficulty by His Grace? Shruta Kirti Prabhuji. Now we would like to invite Her Grace Surabhi Mataji. Mataji, when she was quite young, she was inquiring about the form of God and teacher could not reply. And she was not satisfied. At the 21, came in touch with Srila Prabhupada. Within 6 months, she got initiated. Then she has been cooking in the deity kitchen for the deities, for the Vaishnava. She is doing that. And she is so pakka in sadhana, she gets up unfailingly at 2 a.m. every day. And she chants her 16 rounds before Mangal Aarti. And such a glorious Vaishnavi, to hear about Srila Prabhupada from her would be privileged for us. So we welcome her. Her Grace Surabhi Mata Ji ki Jai. Will you use mic?
Yes.
Okay.
Initiated after 2 months.
Oh, 2 months. Oh. She got initiated after 2 months, not 6 months. So that means there are devotees who are eternal associates of Srila Prabhupada. Proof, hence proved.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Well, everyone's talking about all the wonderful new projects that we're doing. Well, I've taken it upon myself within my heart to look after the old projects. And the first old project, which is actually not even an old project, it's an eternal project, is the chanting Maha Mantra. Now, I want you all to chant the Maha Mantra just like you chanted in Japa. So I'm asking you that when you're in Kirtan, you're saying so many other things. Rama, Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Why are you changing it? Prabhupada, he said, don't change anything. He told when he was leaving this world that we should follow his instructions totally and never change a thing. And now you've become so attracted to this other mantra, which a lady asked me at the Sunday feast when I'd given the class. I went downstairs and she was standing down there and she said to me, please, can I ask you a question? And I said, yes. And she said, can you tell me which mantra is right? The one we know or the new one? Huh? So Srila Prabhupada, he heard Vishnu Jan singing this Ramo. He came up to him and he said, who is this Ramo? We do not know any Ramo. Are you trying to destroy this movement? And so from that question from that lady, are we trying to destroy that movement, that she's asking me which mantra is right, the old one or the new one? Now I hear you chanting in the Kirtan. The person who's singing, he was singing the Maha Mantra nicely, but you all in response are going, Ramo, 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 Ramo. So I'm telling you on behalf of Srila Prabhupada how he didn't like it. He didn't want us to sing these things. So you have to stop it and you have to chant nicely. It's not Ramo, it's not Krishna, it's not Krishna, is it? It's not Ramo, and it's not Nishingo, and it's not Gaurango. And the other day when I was here, it was Prabhupada's appearance day. And a devotee, I just came in. I was paying my obeisances to the deities. And this devotee was singing, and he was going, Prabhupada. Oh, I nearly died. I just wanted to go over there, grab him by the scruff of the neck and say, it's not Prabhupada. That's my spiritual master. His name is Prabhupada. Isn't it? So please, please, I beg of you, please, let's get back on track and sing the Maha Mantra just like our dear Srila Prabhupada sang. Because he's the one who taught us. He has written this Maha Mantra in his books thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Tell me, one of you, have you read in Srila Prabhupada's books that he wrote Hare Krishna or Hare Rama? No, he wrote Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And if we don't stop this, we're confusing the public. They don't know which mantra is right, and they'll come and they'll think this Aura mantra is right, but it's not right. Okay? So can all of you work nicely together and fix it? Fix this for Srila Prabhupada. Hands up. Everyone, you can all fix it. All right. That's very nice. Very, very nice. I'll be checking on you. And another thing is that Mataji was talking about everything, what all the projects are doing. First person that came is talking about a new temple project. But we have many old temples. And Prabhupada was very particular. First of all, you have Lord Brahma. He's creating. Lord Shiva, he's destroying. And Lord Vishnu, he's maintaining. Well, I tell you, we are doing very poorly on the maintaining because our temples are dirty. And Srila Prabhupada was so particular about that. When he went to Mayapur, he would always say to Jataka Maharaj and his crew, you keep Mayapur clean. And one day, Prabhupada came there and he said, I want to go for a walk around Mayapur. And he went for a walk and he found one piece of paper. And he said, you keep Mayapur clean. Nowadays, you can find thousands of pieces of paper. When I walk around the temples, when I visit the temples, I often have to tell them, your temple is dirty. Sometimes I start cleaning myself. But I'm getting old now. I'm 74. And so I don't have the strength and the energy to get down there and pick up all the papers. But I want you all together to do this. Make it your duty. Every day you can walk around the temple. You find papers, you find untidiness, clean it. Don't think the cleaning lady's coming, because we can't always afford a cleaning lady. Or don't think the Maharajas are going to clean it, right? No, it's all our responsibilities. So we're the servants of Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu, his job is to maintain. And Srila Prabhupada, he was so proud of his ISKCON. Now, if a person comes, there's a saying, first impressions count. First impressions count. So if they come in the driveway to the ISKCON center, and all along the driveway there's papers everywhere. We just had Janmashtami. This is a week later. All the papers are still there, right? So it's our duty to keep Prabhupada's temples clean. Because if we don't keep his temples clean, if we don't follow his philosophy just like he taught us, Prabhupada's movement won't be the same anymore after so many years. And Prabhupada's disciples, and a lot of you all, are passing away quite young. So we have to take this very, very seriously to maintain what we've got, and then when we get our new temples, to maintain them. You agree? Yes, yes. And the next thing, I do notice things, you see, and in that way I get the ideas of what to do. And the next thing I noticed is that the devotees, you're so much younger than us. We're 74, someone coming to 80. So our life is not going to be that much longer. But I noticed the devotees have very bad health, right? Very bad health. And the reason why you have bad health is because you are what you eat. So if you're eating, like Prabhupada taught us that we should eat simple during the week and feast on Sunday. But sometimes it's feast every day, right? So if you're having feast every day, you're going to get trouble with your liver, your gallbladder. I'm getting a bit of BP now, high blood pressure. I don't know where it came from. Probably I ate too much, So too much oil, too much salt, too much spice, and too much sugar. All these things, you'll find you young people will get very sick very quick. And when you get sick, sometimes it's not possible to recover. I heard this one devotee here in Jain already has stomach cancer. I wouldn't imagine he's very old. So that you don't want this to happen to you. And Prabhupada said, first of all, chant your japa. No. He said, first of all, health. Right? First of all, health. That's the most important thing. Because if we're not healthy, we can't serve Krishna. We can't chant our japa. We can't get up early. So we must look at our health. And that's all about eating properly. So my mission is next. I have those other two. So I want to go to each temple and I want to talk to the temple president about what they're cooking for the devotees. Isn't it? You think it's a good idea? Yeah. Because I want to see all you young, beautiful devotees go back to God at the end of your life. Right? Your sadhana is very, very important. But if you don't have health, you won't have good sadhana. You won't be able to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and chant your rounds. The devotees are always saying to me, can I have your blessings? I say, I bless you that you may get up before Mangalati and chant some rounds. Right? And so many devotees are taking this seriously. Sometimes I ask them the next day, I said, how are you going? How many rounds have you chanted since my class yesterday? They said, we're chanting 5. Before they chanted none. Some are saying, I'm chanting 8. One said he's chanting 12. And one said he's chanted the whole 16 before Mangalati. I was in Kazakhstan, and I was at the Mayapur festival this year. And I was in the little grocery store, and one devotee was there. He said, hello, you're Mother Sarabi? And I said, yes. And he said, I met you in Kazakhstan. He said, I'm the pujari there. He said, I used to have such a hard time chanting my rounds. Be up into the night chanting my rounds. And he said, when you gave that class about getting up early before Mangalati and chanting your rounds, he said, I'm chanting 16 rounds before Mangalati. And then I'm doing my pujari work. And so his whole life has changed, right? And see, this is what Prabhupada wanted. He wanted us to be healthy in our body, healthy in our consciousness, and ecstatic in Krishna consciousness. And it is. Krishna consciousness is so ecstatic, so wonderful. And we have the most wonderful personality in our lives. You might have never seen him. Devotees say to me, we never got the opportunity to see Srila Prabhupada like you did. Actually, there's quite a few that never got to see Srila Prabhupada. They got initiated by the letter. They never seen him. But they learned to love him just by serving him, hearing about him, like that. But you have so much more opportunity than all of us had. You have the media, the stories, the books, the Lilamrita. How many of you have read the Lilamrita? Not that many. So I'd love to get a whole pile of the books and just down there and get you to buy them. Would you do that? Yes, you must read it. You cannot understand Srila Prabhupada until you know Srila Prabhupada. And you know him by hearing about him, hearing about his life. And that we become so enthusiastic that we want to spread this movement because this wonderful personality, he gave us everything. If we think about experiencing love in our life, that's who we are experiencing. This person loved us so much that when Krishna asked him to come here and to preach in this earth planet, he did it because he loved us. And we experienced it, didn't we? Firsthand, we experienced how much Prabhupada loved us. He would do anything for us, even chastise us, to the point because he loved us so much and he didn't want us to come back to this material world. Right? So that's our Srila Prabhupada. And I just want you to help me do those projects, the chanting one, the cleanliness one, and the prasadam one. Can you do that? Thank you very much. Glory to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Suri Mataji ki jai. Mataji so beautifully highlighted. Very importantly that we should actually take care of our health. In fact, Srila Prabhupada used to say a devotee should not have any material desire. But a devotee can have one material desire. Krishna, give me good health so that I can serve you nicely. In a way, that way it is spiritual because you want to serve Krishna nicely. So thank you, Mataji. Thank you for highlighting so many different facets of Srila Prabhupada's teachings. Thank you. So now I would like to invite His Grace Basu Ghosh Prabhuji, a glorious disciple of Srila Prabhupada, very, very scholarly. Prabhuji is serving in Gujarat, Vadodara for 38 years. Yes, and in fact, Prabhuji is very scholarly in Sanskrit language. He is very proficient. He can express himself eloquently, very easily in Sanskrit. So Sanskrit is a language of civilized world. So Sanskrit लोगों की भाषा है Sanskrit. And we see that Vasukosh Prabhuji is very, very scholarly, not just in Shastras, but also in Sanskrit grammar. So he expresses himself so beautifully in Sanskrit that while listening Sanskrit from his mouth, you can understand it. Even though we do not understand Sanskrit, we don't know this language much. But yes, Prabhuji, the way he expresses is really amazing. At the same time, Prabhuji is very humble, down to earth, and having a great community in Vadodara. So let's welcome His Grace Vasukosh Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Okay, he's regional secretary of Ujjain as well, and he's president of ISKCON Vadodara, and he's helping. And after disappearance of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, Prabhuji is helping the devotees over here. So sincere gratitude to Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Okay, you want to sit? Yeah.
So, मंगलाचरण कर सकता हूँ. तत्संग्रमहे गातुम यज्ञाय गातुम यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजम् शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ओम शांति 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 हरिः ओम शं नो मित्र शं वरुणः शं नो भवद्वर्यमा शं नो इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शं नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मा अवतु तन्वक्तारम् अवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ओम शांति 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 हरिः ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 हरिः ओम ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते नमो ब्रह्मण्य देवाय गो ब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
विषय प्रभुपाद महाराज का महिमा। बहुत सारे धार्मिक संस्था है दुनिया में, बहुत है, हम अकेला नहीं है, एक ही नहीं, स्पर्धा चलते हैं। जैसे हम याद किया कि दिसंबर महीने में पुस्तक बांटने का स्पर्धा होते हैं, और वो प्रभुपाद जी महाराज ने उसका अनुमति दिया। स्पर्धा अच्छा है। और अभी भद्र पूर्णिमा कल मनाएंगे, श्रीमद् भागवत बांटने का स्पर्धा चलते हैं, वो भी अच्छा है। दूसरे आध्यात्मिक संस्था जो वेद सम्मत है हम उसको मानते हैं, और जो वेद सम्मत नहीं है हम उसका विरोध करते हैं। और प्रभुपाद कठोर शब्द का प्रयोग भी किया अंग्रेजी भाषा में, कठोर शब्द प्रयोग। आज चर्चा हो रहा था, दुष्ट शब्द अपशब्द नहीं है, अंग्रेजी में रास्कल। अंग्रेजी हिंदुस्तान में लोग रास्कल शब्द सोचते अपशब्द है, वो गंदा गाली नहीं है। लेकिन जो वेद विचार सम्मत नहीं है, जैसे आधुनिक शैक्षणिक आधुनिक वैज्ञानिक जो नास्तिक है, प्रभुपाद उनको रास्कल बोलते थे, दुष्ट। क्यों? अनीश्वरवादी है, नास्तिकवाद। तो प्रभुपाद का एक महिमा है कि ये नास्तिकवादों का बड़ा विरोध किया, और ये नास्तिकवाद के वजह से हम देख रहे हैं लोग स्वेच्छाचारी बनकर हर प्रकार के पापाचार में लग रहे हैं, और इस प्रकार से कीमती मानव जन्म बिगाड़ रहे हैं। तो मानव जन्म, ये चैतन्य चरितामृत में है ना, भारत भूमि थे होइला मनुष्य जन्म जार, जन्म सार्थक, जन्म सार्थक शब्द का प्रयोग। हम मानव के रूप में जन्म लिया, आप लोगों के भाग्य है आप भारत में जन्म लिया, हम लोग भारत का जन्म का भाग्य नहीं मिला, वंचित हो गया, वंचित हो गया। हमारे बाल्यकाल का संस्कार अच्छा नहीं है, हमारा बाल्यकाल का संस्कार, ये बाल्यकाल का संस्कार भक्त प्रहलाद, हम यहाँ भक्त प्रहलाद का पूजा कर रहे हैं ना, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, और उनके महिमापूर्ण कथन है भागवत के 7वें स्कंद में, कौमार आचरेत प्राज्ञः, संस्कृत में प्राज्ञ, प्राज्ञ हिंदी। बचपन से ऐसे संस्कार होने चाहिए कि भगवान की भक्ति करेंगे। तो प्रभुपाद जी महाराज यही संदेश का प्रचार किया, और अपना रहे हैं यथाशक्ति, लेकिन बहुत काम करना बाकी है, बहुत काम करना बाकी है। 50 साल पहले कृष्ण बलराम मंदिर का उद्घाटन, उसका महोत्सव कितना महीना बाकी है? 7 महीना, 7-8 महीने बाकी है। 50 साल। एक ही मंदिर प्रभुपाद जी महाराज ने, 1-2 मंदिर वो अपने जीवन में भारत में जिसका उद्घाटन हुई प्रभुपाद ने देखा, जुहू मंदिर के उद्घाटन प्रभुपाद ने नहीं देखा। मायापुर ये बड़ी मंदिर हम लोग भी देखेंगे कि नहीं वो भी आशा है कि हो जाएगा जल्दी। लेकिन अभी भी उसका प्रभाव से हजारों हजारों लोग रोज आते हैं मायापुर में, है कि नहीं? यही प्रभुपाद का महिमा है। ये सब मंदिर जो बन रहे हैं प्रभुपाद जी महाराज का महिमा है। तो बहुत काम किया और बहुत काम करना बाकी है, क्योंकि प्रभुपाद जी महाराज का विचार था संपूर्ण भूमंडल, सभी मानव ये कृष्ण भक्ति के मार्ग में आ जाए, कृष्ण भक्त बन जाओ, सबको भक्त बनाना था। लेकिन हम देख रहे हैं मानव समाज बहुत अच्छा, आज इतने लोग इकट्ठा हो गया, इतने भक्त लोग दिखाई नहीं देते हैं, खाली ये ऐसे ही उत्सवों में दिखाई देते हैं। बाकी हम देखेंगे तो सब अभक्त है, हाँ, है कि नहीं? जब हम घूम रहे हैं रास्ते में कहाँ भक्त देखने मिलते हैं? हाँ, वृंदावन और मायापुर में देखने मिलते हैं। बाकी बड़ी बड़ी महानगरों में, गांव में भी पहले लोग इकट्ठा होके कथा सुनते थे, भागवत कथा, रामायण कथा, घर घर में भागवत कथा अभी भी प्रणाली है, भारत में चलते हैं। लेकिन भागवत सुनने का फल क्या होना चाहिए? भगवान के भक्त बनना चाहिए। और ये भी प्रभुपाद जी महाराज का इच्छा था। उसने बारंबार कहा था, बड़ी आशा है कि संपूर्ण मानव समाज कृष्ण भक्त बन जाएगा। जीवेर स्वरूप होई कृष्ण नित्य दास। हर एक प्राणी का मूल स्वरूप कृष्ण भगवान के सनातन सेवक, ये हमारे सिद्धांत है। और प्रभुपाद ने ये संस्था इसलिए बनाया कि सब लोग किसी न किसी रूप में भगवान के सेवा में लग सकते हैं। तो कोई जैसे रामायण में वानर सेना के अनेक सदस्य थे, लेकिन वो भी भगवान के प्यारा था। रामायण कथा ऐसे है कि जितने वानर मरा गया राक्षसों के युद्ध में, भगवान रामचंद्र ने सबको जीवित कर दिया। ऐसे ही कहानी है। तो ये विशेष कृपा का कहानी है, उसमें कोई संकोच नहीं है। लेकिन हम सब सोचना चाहिए कि हम भगवान की सेवा खड़े, कैसे भी, जो भी है, जो भी सेवा है, छोटा मोटा, सभी लोग हनुमान बन नहीं सकते, ये एक सत्य है। हनुमान विशेष। तो प्रभुपाद हमारे लिए हनुमान जैसे हैं। उन्होंने अद्भुत प्रवृत्ति 12 साल के अंदर दुनिया के कोने कोने में फैलाया। गौड़ीय वैष्णव सिद्धांत, कृष्ण भक्ति, खास करके राधा कृष्ण का उपासना के लिए प्रभुपाद जी महाराज मंदिर बनाया सब जगह, विदेश में खास और भारत में भी। राधा कृष्ण उपासना यही गौड़ीय संप्रदाय का एक विशेषता है। लेकिन हम अंतर नहीं देखते हैं कि अगर कोई जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा को पूजते हो, या सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान पूजते हो, या लक्ष्मी नारायण पूजते हो, सभी विष्णु स्वरूप है या विष्णु का विस्तार है। वैष्णव का अर्थ है विष्णु भक्त। तो सकारात्मक भावना रखना है कि ये आंदोलन प्रभुपाद जी महाराज ने जो चालू किया, इतना सफलता प्राप्त किया और भविष्य में इतना और सफलता प्राप्त होने वाले हैं, ऐसे भावना होना चाहिए। जैसे किसी ने मुझको कहा, उनका नाम नहीं लूंगा, शायद यहाँ बैठा है, कि अभी ISKCON के 400 केंद्र है, लेकिन आने वाला भविष्य में 4000 केंद्र हो जाएगा भारत में। और हम देख रहे हैं इतना विस्तृत, रोज कोई ना कोई नया केंद्र का अनुमति का प्रस्ताव आ रहे हैं, और सभी जगह, उत्तर, दक्षिण, पश्चिम और पूर्व। बांग्लादेश में जाके आया, पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी के जन्म स्थान भी भेंट किया मार्च महीने में। कितना महीना पहले? 5-6 महीने पहले। वहां भी 132 केंद्र है। अभी संकट में है, ये भी सही बात है, दुख की बात है, लेकिन बहुत प्रचार हुआ, वो भी हमको देखना चाहिए। छोटा मोटा अगर 132 बांग्लादेश में, तो हिंदुस्तान में आप कल्पना करो कितना केंद्र हो संभव है ISKCON का। काल का क्या 10 मिनट हो गया? हमारी संस्था में दीर्घ प्रवचन का प्रणाली है, तो संक्षिप्त प्रवचन कैसे होगा? लेकिन काल का नियम का पालन करने में मैं विराम करूंगा। हम इतने भक्त लोगों का दर्शन करने से हम सब उत्साहित होते हैं, और आशा है कि भविष्य में ये मंडप कम पड़ जाएगा। बाहर पीछे कार्यक्रम ले जाना पड़ेगा। 2000 कम है, भविष्य में 10,000 लोग भाग लेंगे ये कार्यक्रम, क्यों नहीं? श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, चारू महाराज की जय,
His Grace Vasu Ghosh Prabhu Ji ki jai. Okay, devotees, so yesterday it was announced by His Holiness Bhakti Prem Maharaj that on the occasion of 78th Vyas Puja ceremony of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj Shri Gurudev, we are going to distribute 79 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam. Just by saying Hari Bol, no, we have to do something also. Yeah. So as all of you know that Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. First 2 cantos, Lord Krishna's lotus feet. Third and fourth canto, Krishna's thighs. Fifth canto, belly. Sixth canto, chest. Seventh and eighth canto, the arms. Ninth canto, the divine neck. And 10th canto is the beautiful face of Krishna. 11th canto is the forehead. And 12th canto is the wonderful turban made of Vrindavan flowers. So Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna. So when you give Krishna, you get Krishna. So when we give Srimad Bhagavatam, we get Krishna in our hearts. So that's why we request all the devotees, either you get a copy for yourself or you can sponsor it for somebody else. You can gift Srimad Bhagavatam to somebody else. So tomorrow, on the occasion of Vyas Puja ceremony of His Holiness Chandramauli Maharaj, there is going to be a program at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And you can place Srimad Bhagavatam on the golden throne and get a copy for yourself. So who is not having a copy of Srimad Bhagavatam? Okay, who is having the copy of Srimad Bhagavatam? Okay, who is having and going to sponsor for somebody else? Who is so selfish that he is not going to contribute for anyone? Okay, but try to give it to someone because we are to do this 79 Srimad Bhagavatam sets as an offering to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj Ji on this auspicious occasion of Vyas Puja. Okay, Radha Krishna Chandra Prabhu has sponsored 11 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam. Nice. So please, devotees, kindly contribute for this wonderful offering to Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj. You can contact Damodar Sundar Prabhu, right? Sundar Damodar Prabhu. Sundar Damodar Prabhu, please kindly contact him and get blessings. On WhatsApp group, the information is being spread, so now you are to respond to that message. Okay, now we have His Holiness Bhakti Prabhav Swami Maharaj. Oh God, my God, this is not Haribol, this is horrible. Such a great Vaishnava is coming and loudly once again. So Bhakti Prabhav Maharaj is very scholarly Vaishnava. He's Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta from VIHE. He has also done studies in religion from the University of Wales, and he is serving in the ministry, Sannyas ministry, as well as Board of Education. And Maharaj is also serving as a president in ISKCON Belfast in Ireland. So here Maharaj is there to bless all of us. He is recipient of mercy of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. He took initiation from him in the year 1998 and also sannyas in the year 2015. So we are really blessed to have him. His Holiness Bhakti Prabhav Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Om Ajnanatimandasya Chinanchana Shlakya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Sigurave Namah Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini Namaste Saraswata Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paskatyai Desatarani. Hare Krishna. So we heard the story of Shrutakirti Prabhu when Prabhupada was flying from Los Angeles to Mexico. The story of this aerostess who took a little of the Mahaprasad of Srila Prabhupada from the plate, and then later it appears she had become a devotee. That the ways of how the mercy of Srila Prabhupada flows are inconceivable. Like 5-6 years ago, I was in the Ukraine, and I used to travel 2 months a year in the Ukraine, visiting all the cities. And one day I was in a city in the west of Ukraine, and the name of the city is Lviv. And I was staying in an apartment, and a devotee came to drive me to the temple. And the driver told me that he said to me, he was a new devotee, I'm the grandson of Professor Potovsky from Moscow. Srila Prabhupada has met Dr. Potovsky. Dr. Potovsky said to Prabhupada, he was a so-called scholar in the Vedas, Hinduism, and he told to Prabhupada, Swamiji, after death, everything is finished. But still, Prabhupada gave him the mercy, and his grandson became a devotee. So I was very amazed to hear that we heard also from Chandramalli Maharaj how Bhavananda had an interaction with Prabhupada, and it appeared from that Prabhupada was asked by Lord Krishna in the spiritual world to come to this material world. There is a lot of evidence that this is true. That one point I want to mention is that once a reporter asks Srila Prabhupada, what was the earliest time that you became Krishna conscious, that you remember you became Krishna conscious? Prabhupada's reply to that was, I cannot remember any time that I was not Krishna conscious. That, we know that Prabhupada, as a toddler, he was brought by his parents many times to the Mulik's temple. And in the Mulik's temple, you have these beautiful deities of Radha, Govinda. I've seen the deities because Bhakti Charu Maharaj many times guided devotees in Calcutta to all the places where Srila Prabhupada was staying, the Scottish College, and that's where he had his apartment, and where he had, and also the Malik's temple. Prabhupada was a toddler, was just 4 or 5 years old. And it is said that he could stand hours just gazing to Radha Govinda, just standing there, gazing to the deities. Which child of 4 or 5 years does that? It's amazing that also Prabhupada's extraordinary position is shown in many ways. So once we know that our Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Charu Maharaj, was serving Prabhupada in Vrindavan, he was the last servant or permanent servant. And in August 1977, Prabhupada became very sick. But at a certain moment, he got better. And he decided to go to America. So, but the flight to America was first a flight to London. So he was flying to London, and Guru Maharaj was staying in Vrindavan at that time. But when he arrived in London, he became again very, very sick. And we can see that there are these videos where Prabhupada at the Bhaktivinoda Manor in London is brought down on a palanquin and is taking darshan of the deities with big glasses. But mostly he was in bed. And one devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, are you suffering? And Prabhupada replied, I do not feel anything. So that is the Maharaja. His consciousness is not in the body. That we feel our pain and our so-called happiness are experienced in the mind. But we are not the mind. This shows Prabhupada was on the transcendental platform. That so yes, these are just a few stories or points I can make on Srila Prabhupada's position. That so thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki.
His Holiness Bhakti Prabhupada Swami Maharaj ki jai. Okay, devotees, seems like, since you are so much settled on ground, so that's why enthusiasm is also down beneath the ground. So please kindly get up. Let's do some stretching. Everyone, get up, get up. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, all Prabhus, all Matajis, we are stretching up now a little bit. Okay. So when I say Hare, you have to do like this. When I say Krishna, then you have to do like this. And when I say Rama, then you have to do like this. Everyone ready? Hare. Everyone. Hare. Krishna. Hare. Krishna. 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 Hare. 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 Rama. Hare. Rama. 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 Hare. Hare. Out of 10, 3 marks. Such poor marks. All of you failed miserably. Once again, everyone. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. 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 Hare. 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 Rama. Hare. Rama. 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 Hare. Hare. 5.5 marks. At least distinction. One last time. Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. 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 Hare. 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 Rama. Hare. Rama. 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 Hare. Hare. 7.5. Sit down. Thank you. Everyone sit down. Shoklai Boshon. Sab baith jaiye. Tusi baith jao soniyo Bashao. Okay, now we will hear from His Holiness Bhakti Jivan Brajanan Swami Maharaj. Haribol, come on, devotee. So in the year 1998, Maharaj received initiation from His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj. In the year 2006, he took care of Sambhalpur project as well as Narsinghpur project. In the year 2017, Maharaj took sannyas initiation, and now Maharaj is widely traveling in India, Europe, South Africa, and many other places. So here we have His Holiness Bhakti Jivan Brajanan Swami Maharaj.
Omagyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakranmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurube Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Deshatarine Panchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhaya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Hare Krishna. So I am to be honored here with the all the exalted Vaishnavas. So आज I told the last 2 days my coming here Ujjain is not to speak something, to hear something about Srila Prabhupada, because it was due to love and affection of Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. When 2004 this project was beginning, I used to come here with a traveling bus. So Maharaj always used to encourage, you come always. This is your home. You should come. So that's why I am coming. So regarding Srila Prabhupada, I always request to hear from Srila Prabhupada disciples, because we have not associated directly with Srila Prabhupada. So I'll just remember some few of his past time when we were doing Sankirtan book distribution. So, so that touched actually my book, enthusiastic in book distribution. One incident I'll tell you. It was in London. It was really like Srutakirti Prabhu was narrating that the air hostess lady, she took just Maharaja Srila Prabhupada popularized, and she become devotees. And this is regarding books, Srila Prabhupada. There are many thousands story of her books. So this is a one wonderful books and story. So our book distribution devotee, they always distribute the books. In London subway, one devotee was distributing book. So his son, gentleman, is coming. So he tried to push him some book. So he was not at all interested in taking the book. But still the devotee, he wanted to push the book. And finally, he told, no, I don't want interested in your books. And finally, this devotee had another last technique. So, do you like vegetarian? We are promoting vegetarian food and giving the poor people, distributing these things. Yes, I like that program. So he had 10 pounds. So he gave, okay, for that cause, you take, spend this money. And devotees are very intelligent. So when he gave 10 pounds, so devotee had Krishna books. In those days, there are 3 sets of Krishna book. First, second, third volume in a box. So devotee passes that 3 Krishna books. He said, no, I am not interested in books. The devotee told, our founder Acharya has told us, whoever gives some donation for the cause, you give some literature. So you may not like, but you can give to others, your friends and relatives. So anyway, this person was not interested when the devotee just went past. So this person, what he did, he put that Krishna book set in the garbage bin of a butcher shop. Because he was not interested in that book. So before closing the shop, the butcher shop, the owner, he has to clean his garbage bin. So when he cleaned the garbage bin, he found the set of books. So he just opened the book. And he said, because he did not know about the book, what is in that book. Only he was attracted to the pictures of Krishna. So, okay, maybe it looks interesting, let me take to my home. So he cleaned that book and took the home. And finally one day, he had a closed shop. That day he was not doing his opening his shop. And he said, okay, let me see that book, what is in that book. So he went and reading that book. And after reading that book, then he told, this is the end of my butcher shop now. So he went to the temple, birthplace, and joined a full-time devotee. When Prabhupada came back, Prabhupada was very happy and gave him initiation, that devotee. Srila Prabhupada ki. So there are many interesting stories. One of my story I will just share with you. In 2017, I was flying to South Africa. So there was one person who was sitting near me. I was watching some videos of Srila Prabhupada and hearing. So that person, he was just watching my mobile phone. What is your watching? This person is watching. So then he asked me, he was out of curiosity, he asked me that what you are watching. I was watching Srila Prabhupada's final pastime. Then I show him that video, how Srila Prabhupada in the bed and Jayadatta Maharaj was taking translation, Prabhupada was translating Srimad Bhagavatam, this thing, that thing. And that person got very shocked. I told, do you know this person? He is speaking this, and before 4 months, last 4 months, he has not taken any water and any food. And he is speaking this thing. So, wow, this person is not a human being. He was completely shocked. How a person not eating 3 and 4 months without anything, food, any drinks, and he can speak like this. And he, because I didn't know that he was a medical doctor. He said, no, we have seen so many patients, those who are coming to our medical, they have some little toothache, they scream and shout anything. And this person is not eaten anything. And he is very peacefully and quietly. And he was speaking something, because he didn't know what he is speaking. So then he asked me, after our finishing, I get down in Durban. Then he asked me, can you give your address of the temple here? And he took the address of the Durban temple. And after 4 or 5 months, I got news that he has come to every Sunday program. Because this is Srila Prabhupada's transcendental. By seeing Srila Prabhupada, watching Srila Prabhupada's video, by reading Srila Prabhupada's, and Prabhupada can transform anything and anybody. Another story I tell you, I was in Bhubaneswar. I was just coming as new Bhakta. I saw Srila Prabhupada's murti there. And every day 4 o'clock I used to clean the temple. And one person came, he saw Srila Prabhupada's deity there. So, this Baba is not talking anything. He is sitting so quietly, so long time. I told, yes, Baba is now in meditation. You don't disturb him. So, after a few months, again that person came. Because that person was coming every day, 4 o'clock. That was Kartik month. And Kartik month, what our Bhubaneswar temple we do? They take Prabhupada as a Padayatra. We used to go for Padayatra, take Prabhupada's deity in Padayatra. Then he could not find the deity of Srila Prabhupada. That time I was also sweeping the temple. Then he asked me, what happened? What happened? This is Swami, Dar Baba. Where did he go? I told he has gone to world tour now. I will come back after 1 month. And that person, he was believing this thing, because as we know that, because this pure devotee, they always exist. They never die or never leave. So from these small incidents, we could understand that how the Srila Prabhupada has left this world. He is always with us. And we should always think that Srila Prabhupada is among with us. And last few days, we are blessed actually to hear about Srila Prabhupada. So this is my request to all the devotees. Please hear as much as possible about Srila Prabhupada. And that will remain you in Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada movement. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samved Bhakta Vrinda ki. Thank you very much for your assistance and patience.
His Holiness Bhakti Jivan Bhajanand Swami Maharaj Ji ki jai. Okay, next we have His Holiness Radhe Shyamanand Maharaj. ये हरि बोल है कभी कभी डिवोटी में मतलब सोडा होता है पानी दिखाते हैं फिर भी So Maharaj is from Dham, the holy Dham, Shri Vrindavan Dham. And why his name is Radhe Shyamanand Maharaj? Because he has served Radhe Shyam, Radha Shyam Sundar in Vrindavan Dham. And now Maharaj is traveling, preaching, very eloquent speaker, very expert in Siddhanta, especially from Srimad Bhagavatam. And we are really blessed to have Maharaj. So his name is Radhe Shyamanand Maharaj Ji ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnanam Jana Salakya Chachi Unmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की, परम पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज की। तो श्रील प्रभुपाद जी के बारे में हम जैसे कई दिन से सुन रहे हैं, एक छोटा सा हम जो है कैसे भगवान अपने भक्तों को क्या बात है, पागल तो नहीं हो गए हो? तो इसलिए प्रभुपाद जी को बहुत सारी जो है समस्या आ रही थी। उनके यार दोस्त आते थे और वो भी जो है बहुत कुछ बोलते रहते थे। तो इसलिए प्रभुपाद जी को लग रहा था कि ये लोग कोई सहायता तो नहीं कर रहे हैं मेरी, लेकिन साथ साथ में ताने तो बहुत मार रहे हैं। इसलिए वो चाहते थे कैसे इनसे छुटकारा मिले। तो एक बार की बात थी, प्रभुपाद जी को अचानक उनको जो है क्या नाम, जो भागवत के ऊपर जो टीका लिखी थी उसको जो है उन्होंने कहा कि मेरी वो पुस्तक कहाँ है। तो उनकी धर्मपत्नी ने कहा कि वो तो हमने जो है मतलब बेच दी। अरे बेच दी, उसको बेच दी, किसके लिए बेच दी? तो उनकी धर्मपत्नी ने कहा कि वो क्या था ना, घर में चाय नहीं थी, बिस्कुट नहीं थे, इसलिए हमने उसको बेच दिया। फालतू में पड़ी थी, कचरा, कितना सारा कचरा पड़ा है घर में। प्रभुपाद जी को बड़ा आश्चर्य हुआ। तो उन्होंने देखा कि लगता है ये लोग एक तो कोई सहायता नहीं कर रहे, ऊपर से समस्या क्रिएट कर रहे हैं। तो इसलिए प्रभुपाद जी ने डिसीजन लिया, ये ही मौका है, जब लोहा गर्म हो उसी समय उसको तोड़ा जाए, उसको मोड़ा जाए। ठीक उसी समय प्रभुपाद जी ने कहा यू बंटी और मी। तो फिर उनकी पत्नी ने कहा कि लगता है अब तो मुझे जो है आपको छोड़ना ही पड़ेगा। तो उन्होंने कहा कि आई लाइक टी। तो प्रभुपाद जी ने कहा अब तुम पूरे जीवन टी ही पीते रहने का, अब हम चले। और उसी समय उन्होंने जो है अपने घर का परित्याग कर दिया। श्रील प्रभुपाद के अब जो है दूसरी समस्या आ रही थी उनको, जो है उनको जब गुरुजी ने कहा था 1922 में पहली भेंट में कि तुम अमेरिका जाओ और वहां जो है कृष्ण भावनामृत का प्रचार करो, लेकिन प्रभुपाद जी ने सोचा भाई अमेरिका जाना है तो कुछ बैंक बैलेंस भी तो होना चाहिए हमारे पास में। तो इसलिए उन्होंने जो है बहुत कुछ प्रयास किया इंडिया के अंदर। उन्होंने लखनऊ में फैक्ट्री डाली, वहां कुछ बिजनेस चालू किए, लेकिन वो भी सब हरी बोल होगी, ज्यादा कुछ काम आई नहीं। फिर उन्होंने जो है प्रयागराज में एक फैक्ट्री डाली, तो उसमें जो है उनको बहुत आना जाना, हर समय प्रचार में बहुत विघ्न आ रहा था और कुछ मुनाफा तो आ नहीं रहा था ज्यादा उससे जो है। तो प्रभुपाद जी बड़े तंग हो रहे थे। उनका जो मित्र था, जो उनका पार्टनर था, वो भी बार बार कॉल करता रहता कि जो है आप थोड़ा इधर आइए, आप इधर आइए। प्रभुपाद जी जो है अधिक समय देना चाहते जो है भगवान के प्रचार प्रसार में। तो हुआ ये था कि अब प्रभुपाद जी सोच रहे कैसे मैं फुल टाइम जो है प्रचार में जुड़ूं, क्या करूं। तो अचानक एक दिन उनके पास में उनके मित्र का फोन आया कि बोले स्वामी जी, जो नौकर था ना जो है वो सारा जो है जो इनकम का जो पैसा था वो सारा पैसा मेडिसन और जो भी जो है फैक्ट्री का जो वैल्यूबल जो वस्तुएं थी सब लेकर के हरि बोल हो गया है। हरि बोल। तो आप इधर जल्दी जल्दी आ जाइए। प्रभुपाद जी ने कहा अरे भाई चलो ये अच्छा हुआ, एक दूसरी झंझट ये खत्म हुई, अब कौन टेंशन लेगा इसको। प्रभुपाद जी ने कहा अब तुम जो जो कुछ करना है करो। तो उन्होंने पहले तो थोड़ा सा उनको बड़ा डिस्टर्ब हुए कि देखो मैं सब कुछ भगवान के लिए कर रहा हूं, लेकिन समस्या पे समस्या आ रही है। फिर उन्होंने भागवत का एक श्लोक कोट किया, यस्या अहम अनुग्रहामि हरस्य तत् धनम सनई सनई, जिसके ऊपर मैं स्पेशल कृपा करता हूं उसका मैं क्या करता हूं, पहले धन ही हरण कर लेता हूं। और इस प्रकार प्रभुपाद जी को दूसरी समस्या से मुक्ति मिल गई। बोलो श्रील प्रभुपाद। देखिए तो जो है बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। दूसरा आज परम पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज का आविर्भाव दिवस भी है। हम जान सकते हैं कि जैसे कोई वृक्ष होता है, वृक्ष के फलों को देख करके आइडिया लगाया जा सकता है ये वृक्ष कितना महत्वपूर्ण हो सकता है। तो आज हम देख रहे हैं परम पूज्य गुरु महाराज के जो है जितने भी शिष्य हैं एक से एक ज्वेल हैं। जैसे परम पूज्य महामंत्र प्रभु ने अभी अभी बताया था कि जो है उनका जो अमेरिका का जो प्रोजेक्ट था उसमें जो है लाइट की जगह उन्होंने कहा था कि प्रभुपाद जी के डिसाइपल जो है एक से एक ज्वेल है, यहाँ लाइट की जरूरत नहीं है। तो इसी प्रकार हम जो है जान सकते हैं कि उनके जितने भी शिष्य हैं एक से एक ज्वेल है, चिंतामणि है। और ये चिंतामणि जो है हम देख रहे हैं कि पूरे संसार में, भारतवर्ष में क्या पूरे संसार में जो है कृष्ण भावनामृत का प्रचार प्रसार कर रहे हैं। तो परम पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज वास्तव में जिसको कह सकते हैं एक शुद्ध भक्त थे। जैसे शुद्ध भक्त के लक्षण होते हैं तितिक्षस्व कारुणिका क्षो हृदय सर्वदेही नाम अजात शत्रु शांत साधव साधु भूषण। इस सारे की सारी जो है क्वालिटी परम पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी गुरु महाराज में देखने के लिए मिलती हैं। सहनशील हैं। आज तक कभी भी हमने उनको जो है ऊंची आवाज में बात करते हुए नहीं देखा। बड़ा सॉफ्ट भाषा में वो बात करते हैं। ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे कुछ मीठा खा करके, मिठाई खा करके बोल रहे हैं महाराज जी। इतनी सॉफ्ट आवाज उनकी होती थी। तो तितिक्षस्व सहनशील भी है। कारुण का, अब करुणा का तो उदाहरण हम देख सकते हैं। जो करुणा में है, कोरोना काल में जो घर से नहीं निकल रहे हैं, लेकिन परम पूज्य जो है महाराज जी हैं वो अपने जो है विदेश के लिए, अमेरिका के लिए प्रस्थान कर रहे हैं। तो इससे बढ़कर के हम क्या कह सकते हैं, ये कोई साधारण काम नहीं है। हम आप एक छोटी सी जो है समस्या आती है उसमें हम जो है हाथ उठा दो, वो ये तो बड़ा मुश्किल होगा, है आई कैन नॉट डू दिस, तुरंत बोलते हैं मेरे से नहीं हो सकता। लेकिन ये जो महान भक्त होते हैं, महान विभूति होती हैं, वास्तव में वो ही ऐसे कार्यों को जो है एक दुर्लभ वस्तु को भी वो उसका भार लेते हैं। दूसरी बात जो है सुहृदय सर्वदेही नाम, महाराज जो है सबके प्रति दयालु हैं। एक बार जो है महाराज परम पूज्य वृंदावन में आए थे और किसी ने कुछ डोनेशन दिया था वृंदावन मंदिर के लिए। अभी भी उनके बहुत सारे जो शिष्य हैं, एक शिष्य उनका अभी तक सालों सालों से नाम चल रहा है और उन्होंने 2 करोड़ वृंदावन के लिए, भगवान की सेवा के लिए दान किया है। और ये दान 2 बार कर चुके हैं 2-2 करोड़ का। हरे तो किसी ने दान दिया था तो महाराज जी जो है हम बोले थे इनका थोड़ा सा क्या नाम है धन्यवाद कर दो। तो उस समय संध्या आरती, संध्या का नहीं, उस समय गोपी गीत का वो समय था। तो गोपी गीत के जो है पहले ही हमने थोड़ा सा अनाउंस किया। तो फिर महाराज जी बोले कि जो है थोड़ा सा इनके स्वास्थ्य के लिए भी जो है, उनके परिवार के स्वास्थ्य के लिए भी जो है थोड़ा सा आप अनाउंस कर दो, मतलब उनको आशीर्वाद दे दो। हमें शौक लगा के देखो महाराज कितने अपने प्रति नहीं कहा उन्होंने कि थोड़ा हमारे स्वास्थ्य के लिए, उन्होंने जो है तुरंत अपने शिष्यों के उनके लिए स्वास्थ्य के लिए वो कहा। तो हमें लगा वास्तव में महाराज कितने दयालु हैं, कितने कृपालु हैं सारे जीवों के प्रति। तो सुहृदय सर्वदेही नाम अजात शत्रु, वास्तव में देखा जाए तो जैसे अजात शत्रु में आता है युधिष्ठिर महाराज, उनका कोई शत्रु नहीं है, लेकिन दूसरे उनसे शत्रु रखते हैं, लेकिन वो किसी से शत्रु नहीं रखे। और ये ही सिद्धांत है परम पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज का। उन्होंने जो है अपनी तरफ से किसी से शत्रुता नहीं की, लेकिन अन्य कोई शत्रुता करते हैं तो वो उनसे तो शत्रुता नहीं करते हैं, लेकिन दूसरों ने किया फिर भी वो शांत बने रहे। कभी भी उनके मन में ये विचार नहीं आया ये व्यक्ति मेरे से इस प्रकार की बात कर रहा है, इसलिए वो अजात शत्रु हैं और शांत है और हमेशा है शांत रहते हैं, बहुत सौम्य उसमें रहते हैं। हालांकि हमारा ज्यादा वो तो इतने महान थे कि हम तो उनके सामने जाने से डरते थे, लेकिन फिर भी जब उनका जो प्रभुपाद सीरियल चल रहा था तो उस समय जो है प्रभु जी जो है वृंदावन के हमारे जो है महावन प्रभु जी यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं, उस समय वृंदावन के प्रेसिडेंट थे और सीरियल में जो है बहुत कुछ हेल्प की है परम पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज के लिए। तो उसी समय जो है हम कभी कभी कहीं भीड़ इकट्ठा करने के लिए जाया करते थे, तो उस समय हम दूर से ही महाराज को देखते थे। तो बहुत ही अच्छा उनका स्वभाव है और बहुत ही अच्छा क्या नाम है, महाराज एक प्रभुपाद जी के वरिष्ठ और सबसे प्रिय शिष्यों में कहे जाते हैं, इसलिए हम उनके चरणों में आज कोटि कोटि नमन करते हैं। और एक बार मैंने सुना था, ये कितना सही है तो मैं नहीं कह सकता, लेकिन एक बार जो है क्या नाम है, जो परम पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज कुछ बात कर रहे थे, लेक्चर दे रहे थे, क्या थे, तो उन्होंने जो है क्या नाम है वहां बोला था कि वो बोल रहे थे कि देखो प्रभुपाद, आपने जो मेरे को जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दी थी लगभग मैं उसे अब पूरा कर चुका हूं और अब मेरी इच्छा है कि मैं आपकी सेवा में इटर्नल आ जाऊं। और उसके कुछ बात ही ये एक्सीडेंट हुआ, तो जो है परम पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज जो है इटर्नल प्रभुपाद की सेवा में वापिस हो गए। जय हो परम पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज की। तो इसलिए आज उनके जन्मदिन पर हम जो है उनके चरणों में ये प्रार्थना करते हैं कि हे गुरुदेव, आप तो इतनी महान विभूति हैं, लेकिन हम जैसे दुष्ट नालायक यदि आपके चरणों की थोड़ी सी यदि हमें बिंदु मिलेगी, एक रज कण मिलेगी, उससे हमारा भी जीवन धन्य धन्य हो जाएगा। परम पूज्य भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज के जगतगुरु श्रील हरे कृष्ण।
His Holiness Radhe Shyamanand ji Maharaj ki jai. Okay, now we have very important Vaishnava जो कि इस मंदिर के हार्ट भी कहे जा सकते हैं, and that devotee is His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj. For past 30 years, Maharaj is nourishing this community. Maharaj has been given ISKCON Global Excellence Award for significant contribution to this glorious temple in ISKCON Ujjain. And Maharaj has been widely traveling, preaching, especially after 2015 in Gaur Purnima when he received sannyas. After that, he has become even more active. And now Maharaj is also initiating spiritual master. Fortunate are those souls who are having such a glorious spiritual master. When Maharaj starts dancing on Harinam Sankirtan, so truly is a follower of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. His Holiness Bhakti Prem Maharaj. So we are really blessed. So we thought that cherry on the cake should be by His Holiness Bhakti Prem Maharaj. And here we have His Holiness Bhakti Prem Maharaj.
Though he is speaking about me, looks like you should hear from him more.
Yes. We wish that whole day we could glorify Maharaj. Yes. So here we have His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिते नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की। Srimad Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj used to say, waste welfare activity is spreading glories of Srila Prabhupada. As much as we spread the glories of Srila Prabhupada, the whole world will be get benefited. That is why he made Abhay Charan TV serial. Still, he feel pity that we celebrate Bash Puja, other devotees so gorgeously. But Prabhupada Bash Puja on Nandatsav Day, everybody will tired, no enthusiasm for celebrating that festival. So Guru Maharaj mentioned so many times. The personality whose glory should glorify whole year, but the only one day that is not celebrated nicely. So that is why he thought the day he went America, that day we should celebrate as Prabhupada Memorial Festival. And due to that, Guru Maharaj have made some other trick. He made his seminar so that not only one day, normally 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 5 days glorification Prabhupada. And people used to come 16 night to celebrating Guru Maharaj Bash Puja. Guru Maharaj becomes so angry. Why you have come? I don't like my Bash Puja. I want you should listen Prabhupada's glory. But fortunately this year, so many devotees came in the very beginning. Thank you for that. And this is, we are greatly indebted to Srimad Bhakti Charan Guru Maharaj for his wonderful arrangement. We are here today. We are hearing this type of glorification. Auspicious association of His Holiness Radha Swami Guru Maharaj is very, very rare to get his association. He came, his health is not good, doctors telling him to take rest. Still, he called me, he said, Bhakti Charu Maharaj is calling me. I have to go. So the one of the association we are getting is the arrangement of Srimad Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj. His Holiness Chandramauli Swami Guru Maharaj. His Bash Puja, his disciples want to celebrate other place, but he want to come here to glorify Srila Prabhupada and Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj. So they are so merciful to us. Like, I think you have already noticed how auspicious his presence. His walking, his dancing, his sweet voice, how much auspicious. Devi Shakti Mataji. So, she took a vow, she will never leave Vrindavan. But she left Vrindavan only for this purpose. This person is not leaving Vrindavan. How much attached for Srimati Radha and Krishna and Vrindavan now? But she is coming to give us Prabhupada association. How much fortunate we are. Please take golden opportunity of that. The longest servant, Sriti Kitri Prabhu. So when you hear from him, hours passing, 2-3 hours, you cannot understand when time is passing. So same story you will hear repeatedly, still you will not feel tired. So wonderful. Sarvadik Prabhu from Mayapur Dham. He is coming, he promised everyone will come. After Sriti Prabhu, the promise, he will every year will come. Devi Shakti Mataji, if you want, she will come again. Sarvadik Prabhu, when you hear from him, he didn't get so much physical association of Srila Prabhupada. He told that. But how to faith in Srila Prabhupada. Like when you hear, heart all automatically transform. Our here is Guru Mohammed Prabhu. His Prabhupada disciple, he is originally from UK. When he is a young boy, a college student. By meeting Srila Prabhupada, give up study. And till today, he is a good friend of Guru Maharaj. Till today, not a single year he missed this festival. So, he is only one person, never missed this festival. So shouting our causeless mercy. Anytime we call him, he is ready to come over here. So we are greatly indebted to him. Our Bhakti his heart is here. So now he is coming every year, always guiding us. Bhakti Prabhupada Maharaj, now he promised to come every year this festival. When he yesterday announced that about his life, how reading Krishna book without noticing, he did every before sleeping. Then I was contemplating, Guru Maharaj so many times told that pastimes. Prabhupada told us to read Krishna. When he was Brahmachari, he used to read Krishna book before sleeping. So I have seen Guru Maharaj is telling through him to me again. So I have started yesterday. So please bless me so that every day before going to bed I can read Krishna book. So many wonderful. Also, so from his Brahmachari life is coming regularly. So now he's Sannyasi. So every day set this mark to come to Ujjain to shower the causeless mercy. This time, Vrindavan Rashi. So nice first time she told. I hope we will come every year. Yes? You also come every year. Our will come for MC. Who wants? And Bashuguru said, next time we should not do in this place, a small place. We have to make, we are humbly requesting Krishna Prabhu to arrange bigger place next year. So he should have discomfort. So, our Prabhupada Memorial Festival last by Prabhupada Guru Puja is 12:45, but we will try to finish by 12:30. Now, last 10 minutes.
Double cherry on the cake.
Double cherry on the cake. Who is this? Oh, Meg. Gita Maharaja. Oh. Mogasha Mogo Karmano. Mogo Gano. Mogata Nishfal. Amogata निश्चल होगा ही नहीं तो अमोघ लीला प्रभु का अच्छा जिन्हें सुना है उनको भक्त बनना ही पड़ेगा उनका लीला अमोघ इसे ध्यान से सुनना है अमोघ लीला प्रभु की जाए
His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj Ji ki jai. This is the quality of Maharaj. Maharaj can kill someone with his humility. Super humble Vaishnava, His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj Ji ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj Vyas Puja Mahasab ki jai. Jagat Guru Maharaj Ji ki jai. So first, I'll try to say something about His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And as many devotees, they highlighted that Maharaj personifies sweetness. He would purchase devotees by his sweetness. Each and every gesture was filled with sweetness. And that's why we see that all the photographs also of Maharaj is like he's meeting someone, he's shaking hand or patting someone. He connects with devotees not just verbally but also physically as well. He would personally meet with devotees. So his super sweet nature. And the super exalted nature of his is also known by that what is the first book which he read? Nectar of Devotion. When we read Bhakti Shastri, when we study Bhakti Shastri, we study only 19 chapters, not 51 chapters. हम जाते ही नहीं है. Eastern wave, उसके बाद Southern wave, Western wave, Northern wave, हम कभी खोलते ही नहीं है Nectar of Devotion. But Maharaj, he read all the waves. So Eastern wave, Southern wave, Western wave, Northern wave, and he understood everything because he relished that book like anything. He relished it. So that shows the exalted nature of Maharaj's devotional service right from very beginning. And he's certainly an associate of Srila Prabhupada. Just in short span of 1 year, 1976, he gets connected and then he served Srila Prabhupada in his final pastimes. Wow. In fact, he received Harinam initiation, Gayatri initiation, Sannyas initiation, one after the other. So some devotees doubted. And Srila Prabhupada, you are giving initiation so fast to this person, Bhakti Charu. What if he falls down? Srila Prabhupada said, well, he will not fall down. Even if he falls down at the max, he can fall down to mode of goodness. That means he was transcendental. He is transcendental and he will continue to remain transcendental. One more very beautiful quality of Maharaj is Vaishnav songs. In case we want to learn how to sing Vaishnav song, we straight away go to the folder of Bhakti Charu Maharaj ji. And then listen to that this is the way we should sing Vaishnav song. Which, with such sweetness, with such devotion, he is so pakka. He really sings them from his heart. So, in terms of singing Vaishnav songs, he's awesome. He was awesome. And then in terms of presenting Siddhanta, very articulate. He would present Siddhanta so completely and in such a clear fashion that even most dumb person can understand Siddhanta coming from his glorious mouth. Especially, I like his series on Brihad Bhagavatam and Vaishnava etiquette. Maharaj was really amazing and he himself personified Vaishnava etiquette. We see so many Srila Prabhupada's disciples coming to honor this occasion. Why? Because they all are hypnotized by the love and affection with which His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, Guru Maharaj would give to everyone. Devotees told me that to invite any devotee for this program, he would go to that particular Vaishnava, Srila Prabhupada's disciple, have lunch prasadam with them, and then invite them. So much of personalism in inviting someone for this festival. And just see what an attitude that on this festival, on my birthday, we will glorify Srila Prabhupada. Not my birthday celebration, Srila Prabhupada's glorification. That's it. In fact, devotees told me that usually on his Vyas Puja celebrations, when the devotees would bring garlands, he would take the garland, stand next to Srila Prabhupada, would offer all the garlands to Srila Prabhupada, one after another. Amazing. What an attitude. What love. What a disciple. Actually, one of the reasons why Srila Prabhupada was so successful, because he had such glorious disciples. If he would have got disciples of modern age, then ISKCON would have stopped long time back. But we see such selfless devotion. My God, he is coming from very good background, very learned, very scholarly, and then he had natural inclination for devotional service. So his humbleness, his sweetness, his smile, $1 million smile. He can make devotee not by giving DYS, JSD, Journey of Self-Discovery or Discover Yourself. $1 million smile. Devotee. That's it. So why his smile he can make somebody a devotee? Sweet gestures. If anybody pays obeisances, in return he would pay obeisances. And in case his stomach is full, in case a devotee has brought prasadam, just to honor that love, he would take prasadam even though his stomach is full. So in terms of loving reciprocation, he was a champion. He was a Maharathi. He was a Shiromani. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And Charu means Sundar, beautiful. And Maharaj was actually beautiful. Even physically speaking, he was beautiful. In his gestures, he was beautiful. In his looks, he was beautiful. In his smile, he was beautiful. If you look at his feet, they were literally lotus feet. One is that, they don't look like lotus feet, but they are okay lotus. But his feet were so soft. Those who have done Abhishek, I have seen photographs of Maharaj's lotus feet. They are lotus because they contain makarand of Shuddha Bhakti. And that's why they are lotus feet. But in touch also, in look and feel also, they are literally lotus feet. So Maharaj hands lotus, feet lotus, activities lotus, speaking lotus, singing like lotus, personality lotus, his temples are lotus, devotees are also lotus. Oh wow. So a personality like him, if we read his biography, Ocean of Mercy, it is very evident to any devotee that actually he's a personal associate of Srila Prabhupada. He's personal associate. Doing so much of glorious seva, so much of compassion. He was also going to have a spiritual Disney park in USA in Orlando. He took a big tract of land and there Americans would come, have spiritual rejuvenation, and in this way they will get connected to Krishna. So thinking to such an extent to bring all the souls to the family of Krishna, only a Paramahamsa devotee can think like that. A broad-hearted devotee whose heart is like a palace of love and compassion can think like that. And I see over here so many flourishing devotees and this flourishing community, ever-expanding community, that seems like one day these walls would break. So many devotees are coming to honor this festival, take mercy from such festival. That shows that Maharaj is inspiring all of us. Although we do miss Maharaj. We do miss Maharaj. But yet at the same time, I can see that Maharaj and his mercy has dispersed itself into all of our hearts. And that's why whenever I meet any disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, I see a more excelled version of a devotee. Usually after Guru, people sometimes become so sad that they may lose little enthusiasm. But here I see devotees are enthusiastic because Maharaj somewhere he has entered into the heart of devotees. In this way, devotees are enthusiastically serving, they are preaching, although in their heart there is vira, there is feeling of separation. But yet at the same time, we can see that Maharaj's mercy is gracing all the hearts. When Srila Prabhupada, he was passing by the Samadhi, Pushpa Samadhi, not Pushpa Samadhi, Samadhi of Srila Bhakti Siddhant Maharaj in Mayapur Dham. So somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, do you miss your Guru Maharaj? He said, no, I don't miss him. He is in my heart. He is in my heart. So similarly for the disciples of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, well, do you miss your Guru Maharaj? Many disciples say, well, we don't miss him. He's in our hearts. Yes, whether somebody would see him as Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru, he inspired many souls. So such a powerful soldier in Srila Prabhupada's army, such a compassionate preacher, a lover of Vaishnava songs, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj will be remembered for next 10,000 years. That there was one era which existed where devotees were so fortunate to see His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, see him walking, see him talking, see him singing. That was an era. It would be remembered in coming years. So that's the glory of Maharaj. In fact, there are many more glories. But yes, the way Maharaj has touched everyone's heart is so unique and so sweet. So we seek blessings of Maharaj on this most auspicious occasion, that the way he has served, he has told the whole world, what does that mean to be an ideal disciple? Srila Prabhupada told us, what does that mean to be a spiritual master? But from where we learn that what does that mean to be an ideal disciple? From the very character, from the very loving exchanges of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj Ji, we can learn what does that mean to be an ideal disciple. He actually gave his life for his divine Guru Srila Prabhupada. So we can learn from each and every gesture of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj Ji. So we pay millions and millions of obeisances at his most glorious lotus feet, that he may bless us with pure devotional service, because pure devotional service resides in the words of spiritual master, in his blessings. So we seek blessings of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj Shri Gurudev Ki Jai. And of course, we have to glorify Srila Prabhupada as well, who gave us His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. So Srila Prabhupada has got various personality, various aspects in his personality. So I would like to highlight today the mystical nature of Srila Prabhupada. Usually, he did not highlight the mystical nature of Srila Prabhupada. Why? Because he knew that if we highlight the mystical nature, the magical nature, the miraculous nature, then seeing chamatkar ko namaskar, only less intelligent people can come. So he did not highlight, but he had mystical powers. Srila Prabhupada. Once he was in Kumbh Mela, and there was one tantric. He was very powerful tantric. And then he would tell everyone, chant everyone, hey Kapali, hey Kapali. And people around were chanting, hey Kapali, hey Kapali. So two Srila Prabhupada's disciples were also there. And knowing that, oh, this guy is a show businessman. So this tantric also told these disciples of Srila Prabhupada. He said, hey, you also chant, hey Kapali. So devotee said, yeah, hey Kapali, hey Kapali. So they teased him. So this guy had some mystical powers. He said, oh, you're teasing me. And then he had some mantra siddhi. And then he said, hey Kapali. And then one of the disciple became paralytic and he fell to the ground. So another disciple, he ran away. He ran away, he met Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, there is one tantric in Kumbh Mela. He said, hey Kapali, and that disciple of yours now, he's crippled. He's paralyzed. He's there on the ground. Srila Prabhupada said, bring that tantric to me. And that tantric was called. And then Srila Prabhupada was sitting on his rocking chair. He said, so you are that Hey Kapali tantric? He said, yes, Maharaj ji. He said, so you made my disciple crippled with your mystical power. He said, yes, Maharaj ji, he was teasing me. That's why he got punished. Okay. And then Srila Prabhupada had some flowers next to him. And then he threw those flowers on that tantric. And as he threw that flower on that tantric became crippled and he fell to the floor. And then devotees were astonished. अरे भाई प्रभुपाद जी ने क्या कर दिया तांत्रिक ऐसी तैसी कर दी. And then Srila Prabhupada, with a lot of gravity, he said, how dare he touch my disciple? I love my disciples more than my life. How dare he? But devotees are also anxious. And here is one disciple, here is tantric also lying crippled. Srila Prabhupada said, he would be fine in a few hours. But first my disciple should be fine. And then Srila Prabhupada also revived that devotee. He took those flowers, same flowers. He said, just sprinkle these flowers on that disciple of mine. He would be fine. And then later on, when that disciple came back, so he gave some of the flowers to that disciple and said, now sprinkle some of these flowers on this tantric. And then he also threw those flowers on that same tantric. Same flowers which called crippling of the body. Same flowers remove all that crippling thing. So that phase we see that Srila Prabhupada had mystical powers. One Srila Prabhupada, he decided to have a temple in a place. But the land experts, they said, well, the land is like a clay. So in case you make a heavy structure, it will sink into the land. Why? Because the land is not very solid. Srila Prabhupada said, no, we will have a temple here. Devotee said, Srila Prabhupada, the land experts have told that this land is more clay in nature. The temple will sink into the land. Srila Prabhupada said, but we will make a temple here. But how? And then Srila Prabhupada took his cane and then he marked one rectangular figure, 1 acre or so. And then he said, now dig. Devotee said, Srila Prabhupada, we have already taken care of the land. We have already checked. This land is very clay in nature, so that's why we cannot. Srila Prabhupada said, dig. And then when it was dug, that land was dug at that time, only in that rectangular place, there was one solid stone slab. The rest, everything was clay. So with his cane, he can create a stone slab. Somebody asked him, how do you choose a land for making a temple? You made 108 temples. How do you decide the land? He said, all these places where our temples are to come, Brahmaji, who is our parampara HOD, he has done Bhumi Pujan. And I know where all those places are where he has done Bhumi Pujan. I said, but how come you know? He said, I was there with him. So he had mystical powers. One very powerful tantric, he came to meet Srila Prabhupada in Kumbh Mela. And then he said, Swamiji, we know that you are very famous, Hare Krishna, founder Acharya. Show me some magic. Srila Prabhupada said, well, what magic do I know? You show me some magic. He said, okay. So he took some clay, he took some sand particles from the pot. And then he said, okay, Swamiji, so this is sand, right? Okay, now I'm closing it. Jai Kali Kalkatte wali tera bachon ne jai Kali. Said, now bring your hand. And then Srila Prabhupada placed his hand and then he placed that sand and that sand got converted into sugar. He said, oh, you converted sand into sugar? He said, Swamiji, kaisa laga. Srila Prabhupada said, well, I am diabetic, so I can't do anything of this. So, can you convert this back into sand? He said, yeah, I can do that. Jai Kali Kalkatte wali tera bachon ne jai Kali. Sand. Srila Prabhupada said, wow, you are so impressive. Can you do it again? Sir Swamiji, for you, one more time. Again he took sand. He said, Jai Kali Kalkatte wali tere vachan na Jai Kali poo. And then he placed that thing in the hand of Srila Prabhupada. It was still a sand. So Srila Prabhupada said, well, this time it is not converted into sugar. He said, Swamiji, well, it should have. Let me do it again. Jai Kali Kalkatte wali tere vachan na Jai Kali poo 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 poo. Again, sand. And then Srila Prabhupada said, well, anyways, you can place the sand back in the pot. And then Srila Prabhupada gave it in the hand of that tantric. And then when he opened, it was sugar. And this tantric ran away. He said, Swamiji has taken my powers. Swamiji has taken my powers. And once in Kirtan, one devotee came and he gave dab to Srila Prabhupada, coconut water. And then Srila Prabhupada drank, and then he gave to the secretary. And then he drank, and then he gave to other devotees. And there were around 50 to 100 devotees there. And they all drank from that single dab. This is very mystical. How is it possible? एक दाब तो एक आदमी निपटा देता है, 50-100 लोग कैसे? So once it was tasted by Srila Prabhupada and he gave it, that was like Akshay Patra, the spiritual one, distributed. Wow. So these are some of the mystical pastimes which Srila Prabhupada exhibited. So he had those powers, but he never exhibited in public or highlighted them because he wanted philosophy should be highlighted. Seeing philosophy, intelligent class of people come. Seeing miracles, less intelligent class of people come. So he wanted intelligent class of people to come, so he did not highlight this aspect of his personality, but he had mystical powers as well. Of course, he is Srila Prabhupada, so we pay millions of obeisances to him. In fact, there was one astrologer, he saw a photograph of Srila Prabhupada. He said, this man will make a house whose shelter would be taken by the all 4 sampradayas in future. And we see, actually, so many temples of different sampradaya also they are coming to ISKCON that we can't manage. ISKCON knows how to manage temples. So please take our temple. Hare Krishna. Okay, oh, so many Vaishnavas are waiting here. So here we'll have now Guru Puja, Pushpanji, etc. Hari Om! His Bhakti Charu Swami Ji ki jai. His Bhakti Charu 78th Vyas Puja Maha ki jai. Our beloved founder Charan Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Please distribute flower.
Please
Distribute flower. हाँ, तो अलग करके रखो.
हरे कृष्णा. तो अभी आप पुष्पांजलि होगी. We are very thankful to His Grace Abhay Prabhu for doing MC and for coming here. His Grace Abhay Prabhu की. तो अभी पुष्पांजलि का समय आ गया है. तो सभी भक्त आगे आ जाइए और पुष्प आपके बीच में आ रहे हैं. आपको बस वहीं खड़े रहना है. एक तरफ प्रभु जी की तरफ, माता जी की तरफ एक और बास्केट है. और कल की तरह ही, कल भी पुष्पांजलि में आप सभी लोग थे. तो पुष्प 3 बार पुष्पांजलि होगी. हिज होलीनेस चंद्रमौली साईं महाराज मंत्र पढ़ेंगे. तो पुष्प को आपके पास ही रखना है, ऐसे एक दूसरे के ऊपर नहीं फेंकना है. पुष्प को अपने पास ही रखिए. हमारी जो बास्केट फिर से आपके पास आएगी, फिर उसमें डाल दीजिएगा. सभी के पुष्प एक साथ श्रील प्रभुपाद के चरण कमलों में अर्पित हो जाएंगे. आप भी अर्पित हो जाएंगे. और उसके बाद आरती होगी, संसार नाशनल प्रेयर्स. और उसके बाद 1 बजे महाप्रसाद की.
हरे कृष्णा. आज अभी फास्टिंग है. तो गुरु महाराज का 10 बजे शाम को होगा. बहुत भक्तों में मन में शंका हो सकते, 10 बजे शाम को करेंगे, दोपहर में कैसे प्रसाद खाएंगे. तो वही पुष्पांजलि आप यहाँ करना, तो गुरु महाराज खुश हो जाएगा, प्रसाद ले सकते हैं इसके बाद.
किस किस को पुष्प नहीं मिले अभी याद रखें. हाँ, तो बहुत लोग नहीं मिले. कौन वितरित कर रहे हैं इधर? राम गोपाल प्रभु कौन कर रहे हैं? टोकरी, बास्केट तो पता नहीं स्टार्ट कब करना, पता नहीं. तो मंत्र उच्चारण महाराज शुरू कर रहे हैं. हाँ, आप देखिए वहां टोकरी है. माता जी की तरफ भी बता के दिखा सकता है कहाँ पे है टोकरी? रंगीनाथा माता जी बांट रही हैं, है ना? तो मंत्रोच्चारण शुरू हो रहा है, आप सभी साथ में मंत्रोच्चारण कीजिए श्री श्रीमद चंद्रमौली स्वामी महाराज के द्वारा। जोर से मंत्रोच्चारण कीजिएगा, आवाज ऊंची और संकोच कम। देखें किसमें कितना है।
ओम ज्ञाना
ओम
मुरंदस्या जना जना तलाकया चक्षु उन्मिलितम येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोस्थम तातितम येन भूतले स्वयंरूपा तदम्मायं ददाति स्वपातिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीयुता तदगमं गुरुं वैष्णवंश्च रूपं सागजातं सहगना रघुनाथं विदं तं सजीवं सद्वैतं सद्गुरुं जना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य सुराधा कृष्ण पदं सहगना ललिता विशाखं विदंश्च नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी देशचारिणे नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती इति नामिने वर्षवानविधे दयात्याय सुखभय कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दैने प्रभवे नमः। मधुर्योज्ज्वला प्रेमध्या श्रीरूपानुगा भक्तिधा श्री गौरा करुण शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते भौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगा विराभा सिद्धांता स्वंतहरिणे नमो गंगकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्य मोक्षये दीपलंबा संबोधे दम्बुजाय ते नमः। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगा गौरवीर्भावास भूमेस्त्वं निर्दिशेषा जनप्रिया वैष्णवा सार्वभौमश्री Jagannataya Te Namaha Panchakalpa Narubhischa Kripasindho Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahabadanaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratriste Namaha Panchatattva Makam Krishnam Bhakta Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Nami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Prema Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhikanta Namostite Jayatam Suratam Pangho Namamandha Matergati Sarvasya Tadambha Raramadna Mohana Divyarindaranya Kalpadrumadhya Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasta Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Deva Prastali Samana Smarami Srimad Rasa Vasarambi Vamsivata Katastita Parsandvenu Swanargopi Gopinata Priyastunaha Tapta Kanchana Goprangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishyabhanu Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Priyadvaita Gadadara Vivasari Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Aisha Pushpanjali Srila Prabhupada ki. Say now.
This is one.
Now? Yeah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Tale Srimakte Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Vacharine Yogsesha Tuvari Kastyatya Vesatarine Desha Pushpanjali Srila Prabhupada.
One more time.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Uttale Srimakte Vedanta Swamin Iti Namaste Saraswate प्रचारिणे शेषा शून्यवादी तस्याध्या भेषधारिणे एषा पुष्पांजलि say Sri Bhakti Swami Sri Prabhupada.
तो पुष्प आपके पास बास्केट अभी आएगी तो सही वक्त पुष्प उसमें दे दें ताकि एक साथ सारे पुष्प शिल प्रभुपाद को अर्पित हो जाएं। शिल प्रभुपाद की बंद।
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki jai.
इसको थोड़ा पीछे कर दे, थोड़ा इसको पीछे कर दे।
कीर्तन के ही बनाना, कीर्तन के ही बनाना और
हाँ बनाओ, आइए।
Samsara Nalali Loka Tanaya Tapasyatalena Gunavasa Vande Guru Shri Charan Tapasyatalena Gunavasa Vande Guru Shri Charan Mahaprabhu Tananukta Vanagutra Mansurasena Mahaprabhu Tananukta Vajindra Mansurasena Charan Vande Guru Shri Charan Romanchatam Sutaram Vande Guru Shri Charan Romanchatam Sutaram Vande Guru Shri Charan
Jakampa Shutaranga Bhajo Vande Guram Shri Charanara Vedram
Shri Vigrahana Vananetana
Shri Vigrahana Dharanityanana Sringartan Mandir Bhajanado Shringartan Dirmanado
Yuktasya bhakta Janyanga Koti Vande Guru Shri Charan
Yuktasya Bhakta Shariyunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Karnavrinda
Yuktasya bhakta Janyanga Koti Vande Guru Shri Charan
Yuktasya Bhakta Shariyunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Karnavrinda
Bhakti Bhagavat Prasade Sadhana Kirtan Marubhakti
Chaturveda Shri Bhagavat Sade Swadhyayipta Haribhakta Sangha
Tripayute Bhajato Sudaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanarvinda
Dvaitreipte Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanarvinda
Veerasika Madhavaya Madhurya Leela Gunarupanam
Shri Radhika Madhavayo Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Namna
Pratikshanam Swadhanalomapasya Vande Shri Charanarvinda
Pratikshara Sva Dhanalokasya Vande Guru Shri Karnavrinda
Nikunjayora Vayanughriyate Apekshaniya
Nikunjayo no Ratike Sedhaye Yayari Bhiryo Tirapekshaniya
Yatrat Prativalabhasya Vandu Shri Charanarvinda
Vande Guru Shri Charanarvinda
Sakshat Harite Nasamast Shastre Upasthatmabhavyatari Kadvi
Sakshat Harittvena Samast Shastre Uttastatha Bhavyataiva Sadhi
Priyaiva Tasya Vande Shri Charanarvinda
Prabhurya Priyaeva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvinda
Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasada Tatati Kuto
Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasada Nagati Kutopi
Ayam Stasya Jasastri Sangam Vande Shri Charanarvinda
Ayam Tuba Sasya Yashasri Sandham Vande Shri Charanarvinda
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Staya Srimad Bhakti Bhagavatam Swami
Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine
Sarasvati Govardhani Prachayati Sunyavadi Namaskara Desati
Namaste Saraswate Devi Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshnutarine
Krishna Devanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sadigo
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Asadi
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna Everyone Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Everyone
Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Paramham Saparibrajacharya. Astoper such a Shishimad is divine grace, A.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON BBT, founder Acharya. His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Kalila Pravishta Astoper Shishma. Srila Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivata Rigo Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopavinath Shamakund Radha Kund Giri Govind ki jai. Ganga Mai ki jai. Yamuna Mai ki jai. Srimati Tulsi Maharani ki jai. Vrinde Devi ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. On Ujjain ki jai. Srila Prabhupada jai. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki jai. Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shishi Guru and Shri Guranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki jai.
His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj Vyas Puja Mahamahotsav ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj Shri Guru जी की 78th व्यास पूजा महोत्सव के हमारे बिलोवेड फाउंडर आचार्य जगत गुरु श्री के समस्त एकत्रित वैष्णव भक्त वृंद के हृदय हृदय गौर प्रेमानंद कृष्ण प्रसादम की जय. So devotees, we are to reassemble here because